He's taking the dog in the yard, so he'll be ready in a second. You guys hear me? Alrighty, have fun. Yeah. Well, have fun while you're out.
Dog's all set. I'm ready now.
Okay. So here we are again with our little buddy. We will wait about 2 more minutes and then we'll get started because it's been about 1 since I turned it on. So yeah, we'll wait a couple minutes and then we'll get started. Funny though, there's one section right here where I got a screenshot. I didn't save it, but I got a screenshot here where it's where the music is like almost to the point where it's almost done, and Pikachu's like looking around, and at one point while she's looking around, she blinks, and she looks absurdly smug when she's doing it. And it's freaking great, and I didn't save it, but I'll let you know in a second when it happens here. But it's just, if you look at it like in like a quarter speed or something when it's on YouTube, it's it's pretty great, I think. Wait, right about here, like when she was first turning there to the right. That's when it was. Oh, you know, I didn't check my audio to see if it's still desynced. Hang on. Okay. There we go. That should be good, I think. Just had to. Sometimes you just have to, like, it'll desync by about. Actually, it's about the exact difference between this scene, which is for HDMI recording, and the scene for PS3 recording. Because on the PS3 recording, I only need to delay the microphone by about 500 milliseconds, and then it's good. And for this one, I need to delay it by a full second, so like 1,000, and it's 1,050 milliseconds, so a little over a full second. I don't know why their difference is like that, but yeah, it's something. Okay, let me take a drink, get this yawn out of my system, and then let's say we get started, shall we? All right, here we go. Never noticed the little floating Pikachu heads popping up on the screen. What the hell is that all about? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I have a question for you. Hey, you. I have a question for you. So, what do you think of the nickname? What do you say we give you a nickname, huh? First of all. What do you think of the nickname Mithra? Mithra, does that sound good? What do you think? Mithra? Well, I don't know if you're happy because of the nickname or if you're just happy because I'm petting you. But either way, I'm happy with you. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, the Stream Edition. Last time we began our adventure here in Kanto, started in Pallet Town, got our starter, our partner Pikachu, and then ventured out to Pewter City, where we got our first badge, the Boulder Badge. And today, we are continuing our adventure by heading towards Cerulean City, where the next gym badge will be located. But in order to get there, we have to go through Mount Moon. But before we do that, we missed a couple of little things over here, so let's see what we can do while we're here. Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, don't, no jealousy needed here. We want to be running this crew full steam ahead. No worries about anybody being jealous of anybody else. Okay. Also, since last time, I thought up a few nicknames that I'm going to give to these Pokemon right now. Didn't get any suggestions, so I said, yeah, it's okay. Let me think of some for myself, and I got a few. I think they're pretty good. We will check them out now. So the first one is for Pikachu. So I was looking up for like some nicknames that would match up with like the name. I wanted the word friend to be in the definition somewhere for the names, and I came up with I think it was the Sanskrit god of friendship, which is Mitra, if I recall correctly. But that just doesn't roll off the tongue as well as Mithra. And then I remembered Asura's daughter from Asura's Wrath, and I was like, yeah, that's about right. And actually, before I name it this, hello, Adam, how you doing? Yes, Sandshrew is indeed best boy. We are keeping Sandshrew, well, not as a Sandshrew, we're evolving it, but we're keeping for the entire game. So let me check if that's the spelling real quick. Hold on. Asura's Wrath. Mithra? Is it Mithra? Yes, it is. It is Mithra. So it's not quite the Sanskrit god of friendship, but I will tell you this: if they make my daughter cry, I will never forgive them. So, so Pikachu's nickname is Mithra. So let's just go right down the line here. Sandshrew is next up, and I actually have a little nickname for her as well. We're going to nickname her Emery. It kind of sounded like it would be kind of an interesting name for a Sandshrew. It's earth-related. It's like a precious mineral or something to that effect. So, I said, yeah, that should work okay. Yeah, Sandslash is a homie too. Yeah, definitely. Will definitely be very helpful in battle and a good friend as well. So, for Metapod, I don't really know how I got on this whole tangent here when I started doing this, but like years and years ago, I started nicknaming a lot of my bug Pokemon either Ferdinand or Miranda. And if I recall correctly, both names have something to do with explorers. I think, if I remember right, Ferdinand directly, the meaning of it from the original language it was from was like brave explorer or something like that, which I guess makes sense in this particular case because our male Metapod here as a Caterpie left everything they knew in Viridian Forest behind to help us explore the entire world. So I would believe that's fairly appropriate. And last but not least, for the Pokemon that will be staying in our party for the entire game, Bulbasaur, we're going to give him a nickname as well. And for this one is a little bit less of a research thing. He's a dinosaur. He has a timid nature, so that actually works pretty nicely for this particular nickname, because of course his footfalls would not be as hard because he's timid, so I'm going to nickname him Littlefoot. So there we go, our 4 Pokemon that we're going to be keeping in our party for the game. We have Mithra, the Pikachu, our partner Pikachu, Emery, the Sandshrew, Ferdinand, the Metapod, soon to be a Butterfree, and then Littlefoot, the Bulbasaur. Mankey and Kakuna will not be in our party. I'm just keeping them in there to get them a little extra experience, particularly for Kakuna, so that it can evolve into Beedrill, and I don't have to worry about catching any of those guys in the future. But now that we've done all of that, we need 108 experience to get Ferdinand up to a Butterfree. So let's go do that, shall we? Let me get this first. What do we got? An escape rope. Okay, well, I bought a couple of those, but now we have a third one, so that's good. Yes, like Ferdinand Magellan, yeah, exactly. I think that was the guy that sailed around the entire world, if I recall correctly. Like, he went all the way down and around, and that's impressive. Like, I can't even imagine sailing on a ship all the way around the world. That had to have taken forever. Oh, yeah. Well, there are certain Pokemon you can ride on the back of, and in this particular case, you'd ride on, I think, the head of, because Onix is, well, obviously very large, and so this game allows you to ride on their backs or on their heads, depending on the Pokemon. So we'll eventually get to the point where we'll be able to do that. But for right now, most of our cute little critters are barely up to my knees, so I can't really do any Pokemon riding at the moment. You know, that's probably a good idea. I should probably train before tackling Mount Moon a little bit. So let's train, shall we? I also probably should have switched Emery into the front slot, but, you know. Oberon. So where's Titania? Are we gonna encounter Titania as the next coach trainer? You guys separated until a, what's that play called? A Midsummer Night's Dream or something? Something like that. Ooh, we have a partner move. So occasionally, once Pikachu's friendship, or affection in this case, is up high enough, you'll see that little shake that you can do with the Joy-Con there. That I'll demonstrate in just a moment once I get the Pokemon out that I actually want to do stuff with. Actually, I can demonstrate it now because I'm going to keep Ferdinand in for a second, but then I'll switch to Pikachu because Pikachu's going to be the one to probably take this guy on. But if you do the shake, here's what happens. Mithra gives a support move for whomever's out, and it's essentially like using Ancient Power. You get a +1 to all of your stats. It's pretty nice if you're planning on just sweeping through the entire opponent's team anyway, but I don't personally use it all that often. Usually I have a boosting move on somebody if I'm going to have them do a sweep, so. But we have Double Kick on Mithra, so we'll let her take care of this Meowth because it's weak to it, so. Am I going to catch a Clefable at Mount Moon? I'll probably catch a Clefairy. I don't know if it'll... Well, actually, I can evolve it into a Clefable not too long after because I'll get a Moonstone, so that'll be cool. Conker's Twin, hello! How you doing? Do I know about the A10 Warthog, the brrrr plane? What would an A100 Warthog look like? I would imagine there'd be a lot more brrrr going on if it was there. I don't know what in particular it would look like, but yeah, probably more brrrr involved in the whole thing, so... But hello, how you doing? Welcome. We have just started. We are fighting the coach trainer just outside of the Pokemon Center. I'm going to use Quick Attack. And finish this Meowth off. And then we'll get some EXP and we'll get moving. Actually, I got to go see what's in the Pokemon Center as well before we go into Mount Moon. But after that, we'll be good. So, hey, Emery already got a level. Awesome. Okay, actually, Conker's Twin, I wanted to actually talk to you about this stuff. I was thinking about it over the course of the past few days. So, I don't want to be like mean about this whole thing. I want to make sure that I'm being clear, but not mean at the same time. So, the past few streams, some of the things that you've chatted with me in. Now, I want you to understand, I don't personally have a problem with any of them. We're just shooting the shit. It's fine. I get it. But sometimes the things that you say may not create a safe space for people, because there are some people that may want to visit the chat and watch the stream who may have been negatively affected in the past by violence or harassment or pedophilia, domestic terrorism, those sorts of things. All things we've discussed in some way over the past few streams. And when you say those sorts of things directly to the stream like that, it doesn't create a safe space for those people, and I would rather this be a safe space for them. I'm not asking you to stop doing it. There are jokes that I think of yours that are still good. Like the jokes of yours in particular that I personally find great are the ones where there's an implication of something bad happening, but it's not directly stated, because then you could think that there's something bad happening, but you're not directly coming out and saying it, because when you directly come out and say it, at least for me, it's not nearly as funny. It's a little bit more just shock value, you know, and I don't personally find shock value to be particularly funny. So I'm not trying to be like a parent here or anything like that. I'm just asking if you could just tone it back a little bit. Like the bag joke that we were talking about on Sunday, was it? Yeah, Sunday was the last time I streamed. That was great, because there's an implication of something bad happening, but you don't directly come out and say it, so I can kind of work with it. We can kind of bounce off each other with that. So those are the interactions that I personally would prefer. So that's all. I just ask if you could, if you could tone it back a bit on the direct things that you say. You know what I mean? That would be good. I would appreciate it anyway. So. And hello, Conker. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We just got started. We just fought a coach trainer, and we're gonna go to Mount Moon in a minute. So, yeah, I would think it would be an unfathomable reign of destruction. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we could just ask. Well, okay. So the Joker in The Dark Knight didn't do exactly that, but he did like destroy an entire hospital in The Dark Knight. So that was something. Yeah, something like that. How you planted something in my house yesterday, which, by the way, I appreciate it. The potted plant was very well received by the rest of my family. They all enjoyed it. It was quite good. So thank you for planting it. I appreciate it. I can even tell you the contents of the bag. So, Conker's twin gave me a bag. He sent me a bag. This was something we talked about on Sunday, and so I finally got around to opening the bag before. Oh, by the way, we got TM57 payday. I'm probably not going to use it, but it's there. Yeah, I finally got around to opening the bag, so I went down to my basement to look at it. It's this nice blue bag. I thought it was canvas. I was like, this is pretty cool looking. So I go to feel it, and the bag is kind of like got this spiny effect to it almost. Like, okay, so you know how you buy a bristle brush, and it has that like hard brush feeling to it when you first buy it because it's super dry and everything? Hello. Here, have a berry while I'm talking my story here. Hang on. There you go, Mithra. Go ahead, finish your food. That's it. Okay, yeah, so you know how it has like this... see, I talk with my hands, so sometimes the Joy-Con shake will happen while I'm talking with my hands. I gotta learn to talk with just one. Yeah, it's got this like spiny effect on it, almost like a bristle brush when you first buy it. So I'm like, that's a little weird. But so then I open it up, right? And there's a note inside. It's folded up. It's on nice paper, but it's a note that's inside. So I open the note up, and it's a picture of a black and white candle with words underneath it. And I read the words, and the words say, "We know what you're thinking. Don't do it." And I have no frickin' idea what that's supposed to mean. Who the fuck? Like, what do you even mean? We know what you're thinking. Like, who do you think you are, the Dark Brotherhood? Like, come on. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't even know what that's all about, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. So, anyway, let's check out the Pokemon Center here, so. Yep, exactly. So that means you gotta kinda, if you have more than 6 Pokemon that you're training, you have to rotate them around a little bit to get them into the party, so. Oh, really? Oh, let's test it out. It's a nice little song. I can't say I feel particularly sleepy, though. What do you think, Mithra? Oh. Oh, let's let her sleep. It's fine. Also, I shouldn't have as many issues with gender recognition now with my Pokemon, where I accidentally say they're one thing and they're the other thing now that I've nicknamed them, because the nicknames should give it away, like Emery is a female name, Mithra female name, Ferdinand Littlefoot female names. So it should be a little easier for me to not misgender them. So I apologize to my Pokemon and to anybody who didn't find that particularly pleasing. That it happened previously. Now that I've nicknamed them, it shouldn't happen again. So... Just don't call a bomb squad to my house and I'll be just fine. All right, sounds good. Again, I don't even know what that was talking about. But yeah, it was nothing. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, this is describing the stuff that I was talking about the difficulty of the capture. The ring around the Pokemon goes from green all the way up to red, and that will determine the difficulty of the capture. We didn't look at the town map when I started. I should probably make a habit of that after petting Pikachu, where I look at the town map to show you where we've been. We started down here, and yeah, last time we got all the way up here, so now we're going to keep going. But first, let's look at the other side of the Pokemon Center, because I think over here, there's a couple of things going on. Uh-oh, that's no good. Well, yeah, but it's funny, I haven't particularly heard of them, at least not Jenny hasn't, anyway, so... Yep, exactly. And yeah, there's a search function in case you miss the Pokemon that you're looking for in your Pokemon box, which is Y button right here. I should probably sort them real quick. Oop, that's the wrong one. Not by order caught. How about by Pokedex number? There we go. So yeah, it should come in handy for us. We can sort them out as much as we want or as little as we want, and then we'll end up with them in good shape. So. Should all be good. Now, hello, sir. Do you now? Well, Magikarp isn't all that secret, sir. I may be a beginning trainer, but they're everywhere. I mean, we eat them, so, like... Still, though, I will actually buy this Magikarp because of the fact that I paid an outrageous 500 Poke. But you actually can't get Magikarp in this game until much later if you don't purchase one right now. Normally, you could just wait until Vermilion City, you'll get your first fishing rod, and then you can just fish up a Magikarp. But the Old Rod, Good Rod, and Super Rod are not in this game, so you actually can't get any Magikarp until you start surfing later, which is a lot later in the game. So if you want it, you'll want to get it now. I forgot to read its Pokedex entry. We'll go do that in a sec. Come on, Emery. Let's go over here real quick, read its Pokedex entry, and then we'll go. Yeah, I was gonna say about that because that was the thing I was talking about where it's like if I name them, it's like Maleficent in Kingdom Hearts, where if you speak their name, they might come back from the dead. That was what I was saying, and that's why I didn't really want to say Ronald's name out loud. I don't want to make him stronger than he actually is, but I'll keep an eye out for him. So thanks for the heads up. All right, let's check out Magikarp's Pokedex entry. Magikarp is famous for being very unreliable. It can be found swimming in seas, lakes, rivers, and shallow puddles. And all it can do is splash, at least until level 15, I want to say, because then it can learn Tackle. But until then, it's stuck with Splash. We might stick it in the party, though, just for the hell of it. I mean, Mankey's not particularly needing experience. It won't evolve, Mankey won't, until, like, level 28, so... yeah, I mean, while I've got some room, I might as well stick Magikarp in there. What's the worst that could happen, right? I end up with just a Magikarp versus the next gym leader? Oh boy. Let's not even invite that upon myself. Let's go into Mount Moon. We'll keep Emery out with us because if... was there a Meowth up at the entrance? Hang on, let me go back. Did you catch that? Is it still there? Yeah, it's still there. What are you doing up there? Actually, a Pokeball would do a lot while it's in this state because it's sleeping, so, yeah. If it was anything like the other games, you could capture it no problem while it was sleeping because it increases your capture rate by 1.5 times. But this game uses a different capture formula, so that might be why it said that. Because, you know, you don't fight Pokemon anymore to capture them. I do, however, see a Pokemon that we can capture right away. Because I don't have this one yet. It's a Zubat, and it's a male, I can tell by the fangs. Some Pokemon have differences depending on their gender that are fairly easy to see, so... oh, okay, so here's the thing about this, yeah, so it's telling us how the ring works and how you get a great bonus and all that stuff. Zubat is probably one of the first Pokemon that we would fight, though, that moves around like this while you're trying to capture it. So it's a little harder to catch it because it's kind of finicky. It moves around a whole bunch, so you gotta kind of try to get it in the ring. It's harder to get a great bonus if you can on this one, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll just huck a few Pokeballs at it. Like that, I was hoping, but... damn, it moved. Stand still. If I wanted to, I could use a Nanab Berry on it, and that would actually make it stop moving so much, but yeah, we'll use this. Of course it attacked. That's okay. Zubat's giving me a run for my money, I'll tell you what. It's okay, though. Oh, come on, stay in there. Finicky little guy, isn't he? Okay, gotta wait for it. Eventually, the Pokemon will run away, by the way, so you gotta be a little careful. Oh, I was in the ring. Come on, game. Usually it's after about 3 or 4 attempts it'll run away, so... might not get this one. Got him. Okay, that's fine. I got like 85 Pokeballs, so I'm actually okay with wasting... how many we waste? Like 8? Hey, there's an Nanab Berry. Nice. I don't know exactly how many we wasted, but we wasted a few, so... Anyway, Zubat's Pokedex entry. It emits ultrasonic cries while it flies. They act as a sonar, used to check for objects in its way because, you know, it doesn't have eyeballs, so... kinda can't see. Not so good. That's okay. At the very least, it isn't using supersonic on my entire team, like every other time I've seen it. How are you in terms of stats? I don't particularly want to use Zubat in this playthrough. By the way, they gave it Absorb instead of Leech Life because in Gen 7, Leech Life got busted. It's like 80 power bug-type move or something at this point, so it learns it later. But Crobat is a particular favorite of mine. I don't know if I'll... Well, actually, I don't know if I would say favorite. I use it quite often, though. It's got good typing and everything like that. It's got great speed, all that stuff. I don't know if we're going to end up using it in any of my Pokemon playthroughs that I do, though. But, yeah, it's one of those that I personally like, so... Who are these weirdos? What's with their clothes? Those look like ours, but I can't tell from the side. Okay, yeah, so they're Team Rocket members. Better be careful. Well, it's kind of hard not to hear you. We're in a cave. Everything echoes. Oh. Hey, that was the sleeping little Pokemon. Okay. Well, I don't got any rare fossils, but I'll keep an eye out for some. And then I won't let you have any. You should follow them, Meowth. There you go. So you don't get lost. What was with those weirdos, huh? Oh, okay. Let's move away from the water so you don't get dripped on. Yeah, that's a reference back to Gen 1 when Leech Life was actually a thing that Zubat had in here. It could suck HP out of Pokemon. But now, well, Zubat won't have Leech Life because it doesn't learn it until a later level, so... There's a potion for us. And, oh, here's another Pokemon that I haven't caught yet. Okay. We've seen it, though. Brock had one. A Geodude. He should be a little less finicky than that Zubat because, well, he's not flying, so I can get the bonus a little easier. Get a first throw! Damn it. It's always that last one, isn't it? Try to get an excellent throw. Nah. It was a little too late. There's a little bit of a delay when you throw it. It's like, it's about a quarter of a second between when you swing your arm and when the ball actually goes. So you gotta be kinda a little bit, you gotta anticipate it a little bit, so. Well, I got him, so that's cool. I should probably try to start getting, like, first throws or excellent throws or anything like that so I can get more experience out of these captures, though. Oh, that reminds me as well. I didn't think about this until, like, just before starting this. I mentioned previously on the previous episode that I was only going to catch one of each unique species of Pokemon as long as I see them. There will be exactly 2 exceptions to that over the course of the playthrough, and one of them is only there as a safety for myself, just in case we ever get really under-leveled for something. I don't anticipate ever being there, but yeah, just in case. It's a safety precaution. Anyway, Ferdinand is evolving. Let's let him attain his complete form. And he will become much more powerful in battle than he was before. Because before he wasn't doing a whole lot, but now, well... he's free to be better than he was before, because he has evolved into a Butterfree. Awesome. Let's read Butterfree's Pokedex entry, shall we? Butterfree's wings, covered with poisonous powder, repel water. This allows it to fly in the rain. Okay, well then you'll actually be pretty handy to have around in here, because any water that's dripping in the cave you won't even care about. It'll just drip right off. And for leveling up to level 10, Ferdinand has learned Gust. We also got a Geodude, so let's read its Pokedex entry. Geodude is commonly found near mountain trails and the like. If you step on one by accident, it gets angry. Okay then, if the height isn't listed in the personal records there, I think that means it's exactly the same height as the average Geodude, which in this case is 1'4", so... yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think that's how it is. Alright, Emery, you can, we'll let you go to the front of the party now. Move with this, there we go. But we'll put Ferdinand out of the Pokeball, so that he can fly along with us. There we go. And actually, Littlefoot wouldn't be too bad either. Because, oh, yep, there's the drop of water again. Yeah, but Littlefoot wouldn't be bad either, because Littlefoot would, he doesn't care about water, it's good for him, basically. He's a plant, so. Alright, Bugcatcher Kent, what you got? Hey, I got one of those just a minute ago. Nice. Do I want to use my own so we have Butterfree against Butterfree? Let's find out. Did I teach you Headbutt? I didn't teach you Headbutt. I should teach you Headbutt, Emery. Well, I'll do that in a minute. Ferdinand, why don't you greet your possibly distant cousin? I should also move Gust up in its move order so that I have its same type of attack bonus move right there. Of course, if this Butterfree knows Gust, that might make this a little bit more interesting. Because it might hurt a little, but, I mean, ours will hurt more, so... By virtue of the fact that we're a higher level. Ooh, that hurt. Nice. How much will this hurt? Okay, a little bit. I should probably potion up. Wow, this thing's getting crits for days. I should probably potion up after this, but that's okay. Good work, Ferdinand. Came right out of the cocoon and started swinging. Awesome. And Emery got another level. She'll catch up in no time. Littlefoot's level 12. We're all doing good. Magikarp's level 6. Good, good. Cocoon is not quite there yet, but we'll get there. Shouldn't be long. We'll get those extra Pokeballs so we can go catch more things. I thought for a second that was not my Butterfree. I was gonna say, wait a minute, what are you doing in here? No, it's mine. Well, okay. Similar to previous generations, Zubat are everywhere in these caves, though, so even if it's not, you know, supersonicking all of your Pokemon anymore, they're still everywhere, so they, you know, might take a little bit to get around them. You need a potion, sir. I can't do it from here. I'm thinking of, like, can you do it in black and white, too? I forget. Anyway. Let's put this here. There we go. Yeah, Ferdinand has a minus special attack nature. He's jolly, I believe. I can go look. So he's not as good of a special attacker as he could be, but it's still, I think, his strongest attacking stat. Yeah, it's still stronger than his physical attack, so. And he gets special, or same type attack bonus with Gust anyway, so. I'm still going to make him a special attacker. Even though he has lower than average special attack, in this particular game, at I think like in the low 20s somewhere in level, he gets a really, really good boosting move. It's one of the best boosting moves in the game, basically. And that will very much so account for the fact that he's got a low special attack nature. So, but for now, we'll just deal. Again, game's not too terribly hard to where I need to min-max myself on natures or concern myself with it too much. So we'll be fine. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, Team Rocket's over there. Wonder what they're up to down there. We'll find out once we get over there. There's a couple more Pokemon that you can catch here in Mount Moon. I think most of them are a little rare on this floor, though. I think they're a little bit more common on the lower floors, so. Okay, well, I definitely don't want Emery out doing anything with this Bellsprout, because even though they're a similar level, Bellsprout would kind of wreck the heck out of Emery, so, Ferdinand or Littlefoot? I'll do Ferdinand, because he's got the lower level, so. Alright, there we go. Oh, I ain't even worried about that anymore. I have double resists on 2 things for your attacks, so I'm not... Even if it was Absorb, I'm not even worried about it. Get out of here. Bah! Nice. Yeah, even with the minus special attack. It's super effective in that case, and Ferdinand's got decent special attack, so... It'll work out. Yes, you did, lass Evelyn. Give me your Pokeballs. Thank you. Oh, hello, Geodude. Should I go downstairs? Yeah, I guess I'm going to talk to Jessie first. We don't know it's Jessie, but, I mean, I know enough about the anime. Well, I got some pretty good Pokemon with me, so that's why I'm moving through here so quickly. We'll go downstairs in a minute. Let's go over here first. Anything in these craters, Pikachu? Not seeing a tail moving, so probably not just yet. Yep, same kid. Going to Cerulean City. I'm on the road to Cerulean City. We'll meet some friends along the way. Hey look, another Pokemon that Ferdinand can viciously knock out with Gust. That evolution came at a handy time, didn't it? Alright then, let's do it. Wonder if he can learn Headbutt now. You can learn Tackle, and they're essentially the same principle, but sometimes you can learn Tackle and you can't learn Headbutt, so... Oh, he's charging up! So he boosted his critical hit there, chance, but that's not really going to save him where he's going. Oh, he lived. He might actually get a crit on me. Yep, that's okay. I think it raises it 2 stages in this generation. Gen 7 changed a lot of moves. I don't particularly remember how all the changes were because, well, frankly, I barely played Gen 7. Wasn't exactly my cup of tea. I have, which one do I have? I think I bought Sun and Cole had Moon. And I have it, I just never finished it, so I don't know. Didn't particularly appeal after a little while. So just keep an eye on Mithra's tail there so we can check and see if there's any hidden items around here. Probably in these craters if they're going to be anywhere. I think I saw the tail moving there. Also, that's a rare Pokemon directly in front of me. So before we worry about the hidden item, let's worry about the hidden Pokemon. A Clefairy. This one in particular is one where I'd want to use a berry on, and I'm actually going to use an Nanab berry, so she can slow the heck down. There you go. So now she won't move on us. I'll try Great Balls for now, although I got to kind of curve it a little bit. How you liking that Nanab berry? I didn't curve it enough. That's okay. Got to slide over so I don't hit my little table here. But we got her. Awesome. Her? Him? I didn't see what the gender was. We'll see in a sec. No, first throw, that's not bad. 95 EXP as well, that's pretty good. Emery got a level, Mithra got a level. Kakuna's a little less than halfway to level 10. That's good. Everybody's doing good. So let's read Clefairy's Pokedex entry, shall we? It was a male Clefairy. Okay, that's fine. Clefairy are adored for their cute looks and playfulness. They are thought, not taught, to be rare, as they do not appear often. I feel like that's a Freudian slip that I had there, where I was remembering that Clefairy classroom minigame from Pokemon Stadium. Anybody else remember that? Because good lord. That was actually kind of a fun minigame, though. I liked the minigames in Pokemon Stadium. They were pretty good. Okay, that's a big Zubat. So if you're, you know, not doing what I'm doing and you're able to catch it, you'll get a good bonus out of it. But I will not, because I can't catch another Zubat. I already have one. Let's see. Ferdinand's probably fine for now. Almost got caught by that guy, but we'll get caught in a minute on purpose. Hello, sir. Sorry, didn't mean to. I thought you saw me when I was over there. Although if you did, we would have started battling. But, you know, that's a look you have there. And that's a Grimer. We don't have a Psychic or Ground move yet, I don't think, so this might be a little less than optimal. I didn't teach you Headbutt. Let's see how you do against this Grimer. It's level 10, so it's a little intimidating, but yeah, we'll let Emery start doing a couple of things. She's going to end up being our physical wall eventually, basically, for our party, because she gets pretty good defense as a Sand Slash. We're not quite there yet, though. We gotta wait a little bit. Probably Mithra would be our best bet here, just because we have the level difference, so... Remember that one vividly? Yeah. All the mini-games from the Stadium games were pretty good. If I ever play them, I'd probably want to just, you know, I'd probably want to dedicate a little bit of time just to doing those. It'd be like, I'd have to get Cole or Steve in on it, though, so they could play them with me. Make it a little more interesting than me just playing against the computer, you know? So I'd have to figure out how to do that, because I don't think we still have our old Nintendo 64. I think it's gone now. I think we either sold it or, like, it was sold out from under me at one point because I'd no longer used it for years and years. And so Dad might have taken it to, like, a flea market sale or something and sold it. No big deal. I can access N64 games if I want to on my computer. Not necessarily legally, but, you know. Hey, Magikarp's level 7. Speaking of changing the subject. Well, sorry, sir, but I just had the level difference there. I mean, you got some good licks in. I'm poisoned. That's no good. We should fix that, actually. Did I buy any antidotes? I forget if I did. I did. Okay, cool. Actually, let's use those pewter crunchies, because why not? Get them out of our inventory. There we go. Not that I don't want them in my inventory, it's just, you know, since they're there and they're taking up a space, might as well. I think I'm in that mode, though, at the moment, because off-screen I'm playing a little bit of Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning while I'm not... like, when I'm not... On days when I'm not streaming, I'm playing it. And in that game, you have an inventory limit, so if you don't get... There's another Clefairy on this floor. I thought they were rare. Maybe they are, and I'm just getting lucky. I don't know. Yeah, if you don't get rid of your inventory on in that game, it gets a little tricky sometimes. There's another Pokemon, probably the last one that we'll catch in here. I saw the tail flicking. Yep, it's right around here somewhere. There we go. Big Mushroom, awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find that other Pokemon that's up there to our north, but also with a size bonus on it while we're down here. We might get to that. We might not. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my god! Okay, hold the friggin' phone here. That's a very rare Pokemon that we just saw there. That's like as rare as Bulbasaur was, as Littlefoot was when we found him in Viridian Forest, and I didn't even have to use a lure here. So Chansey is going to be the Pokemon that is the exception to the rule when it comes to me capturing Pokemon in this playthrough. Because Chansey, when caught in the wild, give your Pokemon a buttload of experience. As you'll see in a minute, if I catch this one. I don't even know if I'll catch it yet. But if we do, well, we're going to have a Beedrill. And everybody else will probably gain at least one level. So, yeah, it gives a buttload of experience. So if we're ever getting, like, really behind on levels, or if I just am like, you know what, I'm sick of Emery and Ferdinand being so far behind Littlefoot, I'm just going to catch them up. I'll go catch a Chansey. I'm going to try to limit it to only catching one per route, though, as much as I can. So, like, if I see a Chansey on a route and we haven't caught it on that route yet, I'll go catch it. If we need it, though. I'm not going to do it if we don't need it, because, yeah, that's just getting... It's getting to the point where I'm not staying under-leveled again, you know? Yeah, that is exceptionally rare. Yeah, so we're going to go see if we can get it. There is a method to getting it a little bit easier, but I don't want to use it at the moment. I'll eventually demonstrate it, but I don't want to use it at the moment. It's a little cheap, so... Ooh, that's a red ring. Okay. So, Chansey likes to jump around. Chansey also likes to swat at your Pokeball. So, okay, let me see if I can get this. This is going to be a little tricky. Let me wait for the attack. Okay, well, I got it in the ring, but that's not saying much. Oh my god. I got it on the first throw! We're going to get a lot of experience. Oh my god. Okay. 315 experience. Now, if I had gotten a great throw or something like that, we would have been pushing like 800 experience or something ridiculous like that, but I'll take it. 315, yeah, that'll do. That'll do pretty good for us. I can't believe I got that on the first try. I can't believe I saw it at all, to be honest with you. Usually you don't see Chansey until you're like, you know, catching a whole bunch of other Pokemon. Now, it did have a higher chance of being seen because I had just caught a Pokemon in here, but, you know, not that high. Anyway, Mithra's learning a new technique, Thunder Wave. It can paralyze foes, and it's really, really good for her. So I'm going to grab it because I'll probably keep it for most of the game. You eventually get it as a TM as well, so I'll hold on to that. But it's a pretty good support move. Paralysis in this game is pretty good. It lets you paralyze faster targets so that slower targets can move a little easier. And we'll have some somewhat slow Pokemon eventually in our party, so I'll want to give them every advantage I can get. Kakuna is evolving. Awesome. You do it, buddy. Show me what you got. Ferdinand evolved first, but you're not going to be left behind. And there we go. Our Kakuna has evolved into a Beedrill. Awesome. I like Beedrill. It's a cool Pokemon. Let's read its Pokedex entry, shall we? Beedrill has 3 poisonous stingers on its forelegs and its tail. They are used to jab its enemy repeatedly, and they look like they'd really hurt. Not gonna get on the wrong side of that, holy hell. And for evolving, Beedrill has learned Twin Needle. Bug-type move, hits a couple of times, it's not too bad. I think it can poison people too, so it's not bad. It was better in Gen 1, I think. Well, actually, I'm not even sure if that's true. Because in Gen 1, Bug-type moves were a little finicky in terms of what they could do. I think in Gen 1, because of the way Bug-type moves were, I'm sorry for the pun, but bugged. I think they were super effective against poison types, and then they were not very effective against psychic types, where it was supposed to be the other way around, if I remember right. I don't remember, though, exactly. It's been a while since I played Gen 1. Anyway, let's read Chansey's Pokedex entry, too, since we got it. Chansey is a gentle and kind-hearted Pokemon that shares its nutritious eggs if it sees an injured Pokemon. Well, that's nice of it. So yeah, ideally I won't have to catch any more of those through the entire game, but I'm going to leave the option open anyway, again, just in case we get really far behind for some reason. I don't anticipate it, but just in case, you know. Okay, who should I take out of the box next? Who's closest to evolving out of all of you? Might be Charmander, actually. I mean, Clefairy is close because I just need to use a Moonstone on it, but, you know. Yeah, it looks like it's your time to shine, Charmander. Let's bring you into the party. There you go. Just get that little bit of extra experience. Get it as close as we can. Hello, Sir Rocket. Yeah, sorry to say it. You're not really striking fear into my heart at the moment. Maybe if you do some big damage, but we'll see. Okay. What level is this rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat? Level 9. Okay. Well, if I had taught you Headbutt, we'd be in great shape, but I did not. We'll just scratch for now. Bah. Ow. Stop it. How we doing? Okay, that can work. I'm okay with that. We'll take a little damage. We'll deal a little damage. I got potions for days. It's fine. It's all fine. Well, 3-hit, maybe 4-hit KO. We'll see. I could even poison it if I had used Poison Sting. Gotten a little lucky. Ow. But, yeah, it's okay. We'll be good. There we go. Gotcha. Good job, Emery. Didn't quite get a level, but that's okay. Yeah, you did, sir. 'Cause now your cover's blown. Of course, you weren't in very much cover to begin with because, you know, giant R on your chest. Does that sort? Yeah, it does. Okay. I just wasn't sure if it would sort the big mushroom that I had there. Okay, there we go. Good, good. There's a Zubat right next to me, but there's also this guy over here, and I think I just saw... Is that Big Clefairy? Yeah, it's Big Clefairy. Okay, so I don't want Big Clefairy. I guess I'll just grab... Oh, maybe I won't, because I think that was the Zubat. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll grab the other Pokemon in a moment. I guess the game was trying to tell me, hey, you're running a little out of Great Balls there, but okay. There it is, a Paris. Hey, buddy. Let's see. We'll switch to Pokeballs for this. I don't think I'll need a Great Ball for a Paris. Yeah, that's not too bad. Do I need a Raspberry? I guess I got a few of them. I should probably save those for, like, orange and red Pokemon, though. Like, yellow isn't really a big deal. I'm okay with yellow. Okay. Almost got an excellent throw. Threw it a little too early there, but that's okay. Awesome. Great throw and first throw. We'll get some EXP for that. Yeah, it's not bad. 51. Give me a couple of levels. This playthrough is so laid back. Some of the playthroughs that I do have been a little bit hectic, but this playthrough is just so laid back. It's just so easy to play, you know. I'm just thinking about, I'm just occasionally I'll wave my arm and that's it. We're done. I can just sit back and relax. It's nice. It's nice to be able to just sit back and relax on this sort of stuff. So this Paris is a little shorter, but a little heavier as well. Okay, interesting. Paris burrows under the ground to gnaw on tree roots. The mushrooms on its back absorb most of the nutrition. Because they're parasitic, Paris, take them off. They're only going to grow stronger. Let me get the heck out of here. Ah, I didn't even need to see that one. There's a Moonstone here. I'm just going to check all the craters because they probably have something in them. So. And here's a rare candy. Maybe the tail goes for all items and I just didn't notice it before. I don't know. Alright, let's leave Big Geodude and Big Clefairy behind and head upstairs. Yeah, I think we've caught most all of the Pokemon that we'll be able to find here. There is one more Pokemon that we can catch in this cave, but I don't anticipate seeing it, but you'll know if we see it because, well, you'll know. Just take my word for it, you'll know. I don't think it's on this floor, though. I think we're going to want to look on some of the lower floors again for this one. So, we'll see. We'll see eventually. Your line of sight is pretty narrow there. You don't got much peripheral vision, do you? Then again, we're in a cave, so I suppose it's a bit low lighting, you know. What do you got? A Clefairy? Okay. Actually, Littlefoot would do okay against this because Clefairy is not able to do too much to poison types. Although, I don't have a poison type move except for an Emery here, and this Clefairy likely doesn't have any fairy type moves yet, so I'll Poison Sting it though, just for the hell of it. Yeah, not bad. For, I think it's a 15 power move, that's not too bad. That'll work. Littlefoot, let's let you out of the Pokeball because it's been a little bit. We got to get you some EXP anyway because you got to level up a couple more times so you can evolve. We'll get there. Just not yet. It's about 2 levels, maybe a little more. I'll just Vine Whip. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep. No big deal. We'll just switch back, you know. Okay, that's fine. So I won't knock it out with this next Vine Whip, but if we sleep, I'll just switch out to... Okay, we avoided it again. Good job, Littlefoot. I don't know how you're avoiding song, but especially in a cave where everything echoes, but I'll take it. I haven't mentioned it yet, but the music in this game is really solid as well. Actually, I think I mentioned it last time, because I remember saying it gave me big anime vibes. And the first season of the anime was a pretty big part of my childhood, but yeah, music in this game is great. I can't say enough good things about it, so... What's going on, Ferdinand? So you're just happy to be out of the cocoon and flying around, huh? I'm good with that. What we got going on down here? It's you again. Hello. Well, you're kind of walking in the only direction that moves forward, so it's hard not to follow you. Before we go any further, we'll go down here as well, because... oh, okay. Geodude, why are you taking a drink of water? I thought you were weak to that. I wonder if it needs water to function. I don't know how that would work, you know. Is Geodude animate enough where it would need water to survive, or is it just does it just need rocks? And is that considered cannibalism? God, I have so many questions that are never going to get answered. There's another Moonstone. We can use those if we so choose. And a nugget, which we can sell for a little bit of money, just like that big mushroom. Okay, that's a lot of Zubat. Let me get that guy out of here. Yeah, you need a total of 4 Moonstones in order to evolve all of the Pokemon that need them in this game, so... we've got 2 of them at the moment. I think there's at least 1 in here that is not hidden, if it's anything like in Gen 1, but I don't know if it is or it isn't, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll keep Emery out. She's the lowest level. I sure did. Figured I'd look around, catch a few Pokemon, head to Cerulean City at the same time. It would all work out. So far, so good, anyway. A Sandshrew. Okay. Probably a Littlefoot time. Actually, Littlefoot or Ferdinand would both do equally well. Ferdinand does not have a super effective move, but Sandshrew is weaker on the special defense side. And, I mean, Gust is normally effective, plus any attacks. Could probably just shrug them off, honestly. Just don't want to send Mithra out against the Sandshrew. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I'm splitting my differences here, though, because Littlefoot can't get poisoned, so if it uses Poison Sting, yeah, like that, I just shrug it right off. See, I can make predictions like that when I'm playing the actual game, but when I'm on, like, Pokemon Showdown or something like that, I just don't have the instincts for it anymore. Honestly, I don't know if I ever did. I think I had occasional bouts of where I would have an instinct of, well, my opponent's going to do this, so I'm going to predict that and do this. But it wasn't very often. I never particularly got incredibly good at Pokemon Showdown at the competitive metagame battling. Oh, but that's okay. Not something I do anymore, but that's fine. Poison powder. Oh, it's better than Growl. Keep that with Leech Seed, and that'll go okay. Oh, you learn those at the same level. Okay. I was going to say, I'll probably replace it with Sleep Powder later, but I'm going to replace it with Sleep Powder now, because, well, we get it, so... That'll give us access to a sleeping move, which is nice. Now, it only has 75% accuracy, so it's not great, but it'll do. It'll help us. Hey, King Tiger, how you doing? Welcome back. We are inside of Mount Moon at the moment. Just leveled up on Bulbasaur here. Nicknamed all of the Pokemon that I'm going to be keeping in my party as battle partners. And now we're going to keep moving. We're just about ready to head down to the basement floors here. We already did for a couple of the items, but yeah. Excuse me. Good lord. Yes, I am. Sorry if I surprised you, but again, it's a cave. It's kind of low light. It might be hard to see. Especially in your case, because it seems like you always keep your eyes closed. What would a hiker's eyes even look like, though? I feel like that's like a creepypasta or something. Like somebody could write. That's like, what do Brock's eyes look like, you know? It's something to that effect. You got stuck in the original 2D remake games there? Ah, gotcha. I can't remember if I ever got stuck in any particular place in the old 2D games. Sand attack. Come on. I'm trying to think. I definitely got lost in Cerulean Cave, but that's a little bit of a ways away yet, so. Anywhere else I got lost? Yeah, I'm trying to think, and I can't really think of any places, excuse me, particularly in Kanto, where I got lost other than Cerulean Cave, so. Well, that takes care of that. The thing that you'll notice about a lot of trainers in Let's Go is that a lot of them only have one Pokemon for a good sizable portion of the game. So if you get anybody who has a couple like this, it's probably in your best bet to try to spread the experience around as best you can, because you won't run into this situation every day. So I'm going to switch just to get rid of that accuracy drop, I think, and then we'll switch back. Well, actually, King Tiger, I did. If you go to my channel, you can actually look at the playlist that I have for the Metal Gear Rising mixes, and there is a remix for It Has to Be This Way on the channel. What ended up happening was that when I first published it, it was public, and it was completely blocked worldwide within 6 months of me publishing it. So nobody could watch it except for me, anywhere in the world. So what I did was I completely deleted that one off of YouTube, and I uploaded an unlisted version of the It Has to Be This Way remix with a couple of minor changes and tweaks that I did personally. And I uploaded it unlisted onto YouTube. And so far, that version of the mix has actually stayed up on YouTube. But you can't find it if you search for it in the search bar, unfortunately. It's just a necessary trade-off to make sure that it stays up. I don't want it getting taken down worldwide again, so I'm just leaving it unlisted because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So, yeah, if you want to see the It Has to Be This Way remix, you can actually just go onto my channel and look at the Metal Gear Rising playlist. Just view the whole thing, and it should be right near the bottom there for you, so you can check that out. Yep. It's something that not a lot of people know, I think. It's hard for me to tell people, basically, because I have gotten a lot of comments on it, and I've tried to answer as many of them as I can, but you always get more questions because people don't necessarily see the comments of me saying that, you know, so. Yes, the nano memes, son. Hello, Marie. How you doing? Welcome. We're inside Mount Moon. Your tail does go for all items. Okay. We're inside Mount Moon, just heading around. I could catch all these Pokemon with auras, but I've already caught a Geodude, so. I do. Okay, sure. Sounds good. I don't know if I ever will, but thanks for the info. I'll keep that in mind. He must give you some Pokeballs or something if you run low. Is there an item in here? I gotta be careful. I'm standing around a whole bunch of Zubat. Meowth, did you get separated from your trainers? What's up? Oh, okay. They must be further in. What do you think, Ferdinand? I don't know why you're looking relieved. Probably because, you know, Meowth is going to find its trainers? I don't know. Yeah, it might be a free Pokeball NPC. I'm not sure. I don't know if I've ever gotten to this point and had low Pokeballs, so I don't know. I don't know what he gives you. He might give you just Pokeballs, or he might give you Great Balls. I don't know. Might give you multiples of them, actually, but I'm not 100% sure. I think Zard is overrated. I think I'm going to end up using a Charizard in one of my Pokemon playthroughs, but I'm not going to use it in this one. So I said, yeah, we'll use Bulbasaur for a little while. A lot of people, when they play this game, at least from what I've seen on YouTube, they end up using either Oddish or Bellsprout because they're like the first grass types you can catch. And you need to have a grass or a water type for the gym with Brock. So they end up just raising it and saying, yeah, you know what, I'll just raise it all the way through. And whether or not they keep it, that's, you know, up to them. But I see that happening for a lot of people. So I said, Bulbasaur is a little bit less used, at least from my understanding. So we'll use Bulbasaur for a little while. Yeah, it's a cool starter. I like it quite a bit. It's one of my favorites. Charizard I like as well, but yeah, I would agree. I think it's overrated. A lot of people on the internet really like Charizard, so... But, well, and actually it isn't even just on the internet. I mean, the anime likes Charizard, if we're being honest. And probably the company itself likes Charizard as well, because they've made a lot of effort to put Charizard into other games besides just the Kanto games, so... Yeah, how unique. Well, unfortunately for Charmander fans, we're not going to be using Charmander. It's just in the party because it's the closest one to gaining level and evolving, rather. It's the closest one because it's level 10 and it evolves at level 16. So we're not going to use it. Like I said, any Pokemon that I'm going to use in my battle party, I'll nickname them from now on. So these four, Emery, Ferdinand, Littlefoot, and Mithra, are all ones that I'm going to use at some point in time. Just if you see no nickname on them, just know that they're in the party just to gain experience, basically. So, yep. Wish we had quality of life like that in the newer games. Proceeds to watch people cry about how the game is too easy from that. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you just can't please people. You know how it goes. When you played Eevee, you used a Bellsprout, as you hadn't used one at party yet. Yes, and I'm actually planning on using a Bellsprout in a different playthrough as well. I've actually planned out all of my... Now that I'm playing Pokemon, I started thinking about it, and I said, okay, I'll plan out some of the teams that I'm going to use. So I planned out a couple of other parties that I'm going to be using later, particularly for Pokemon Yellow, which we'll eventually play as well. And who should I use against this guy? I guess well, if he has Confusion, that wouldn't work too well. Mithra doesn't really have a great attack against it, because Drowsy's got good special attack, or special defense, excuse me. I guess I could quick attack it. Probably 2-hit KO, something like that. Get him, Mithra! Yeah, new Confusion was going to happen eventually. Just wasn't sure if it had it at this level or not. Might put me to sleep again, but that's okay. Yeah, one more. Okay. I'll probably stay in now, just to let the sleep wear out, because I'm not taking a whole lot of damage, so it's okay. With Emery, I'm a little worried because Emery's special defense is lower than usual because, well, it's a Sandshrew, but also minus special defense nature. So can't exactly leave it in on a Confusion. That would probably hurt a lot, so yeah. I like the nickname. I use it on any dinosaur Pokemon that I use. Like, I had a Tropius back when I played Emerald with Stephen Cole a while ago. That was like years and years ago. And I named it Littlefoot, but I figured it was appropriate. It's a dinosaur. It's a timid nature too, so that was the convenience of it. I says, yeah, you know, it would actually make sense. It'd have like smaller footfalls because it's timid. So Littlefoot, perfect. Where's Pyrrha? Name something Pyrrha since this is me. Actually, this Mithra is named after the Mithra. The closest thing that it's nicknamed after is the Mithra from Asura's Wrath, actually. I think, if I remember right, the Mithra in Xenoblade Chronicles is Mythra. I'm not 100% sure about that, though, having never played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in my life, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, this one's named closer. The nickname Inspiration is closer to that Mithra rather than the Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So I have no experience with that Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles, so. Mithra, speaking of which, could use a heal, and I should probably wake Emery up. I got an extra awakening, so I might as well use it. Yeah, we played it for the stream, when was that? Probably pretty close to when I started streaming. I think it was in like 2018 I played it for the stream, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit myself, so. Some very minor spoilers. I mean, if you If you want, I don't care. That if you're talking about the Pura Mithra thing, then that's fine. That's not really a spoiler. I know about that, so. Love how Kid U would have ditched T-Wave because it didn't do damage. Teen to adult, he was just laughing at Kid U. Yeah, no, I understand that feeling because I was the same way. I didn't really use status moves all that often myself back as a kid, but yeah, now I try to keep at least one for myself, so. Yeah, it was a while ago for sure. I think it was in 2018, but I'm not sure, so. Oh yeah, you can spoil things for Pokemon, I don't care. As long as it's okay with everybody else, I'm okay with it. It's not going to matter to me. Even if it's for, and if it's for this game, it's fine. I've already seen this whole game, so yeah, that's not going to bother me at all. I wonder if they say anything if I... Oh, okay. Something tells me Meowth doesn't want to do that. Oh boy. These crazy guys. Alright, come on, Ferdinand. Whoa. I was going to say, good thing I stopped on a dime, but then, well, it flapped its way towards me anyway. Must have heard me coming and used its echolocation to sonar right to me. It was like, wall! I need to land! Is this the regular Moonstone? No, it's a revive. Okay. I think there is another Moonstone, though, that you can get, like, up there, maybe? I forget if they respawn, though. I think in this game, some items that you can find that are hidden actually respawn after a certain amount of time. I don't remember how long that is, though, but I guess if we ever need them, like if I catch a Nidorina, Nidorino, and a Jigglypuff, I guess we could use them to evolve them all. To keep a Kanto starter and focus on it since you get the Mega Stones for them before the 8th gym, recommend either Blastoise or Venusaur. Yes, I remember that from when I played it originally. I don't know how often we'll use Mega Evolution. I'm not a particular big fan of it, to be honest with you. But we may use it at some point if we're in a big pinch or something like that. I was planning on using it like maybe once over the course of the whole playthrough. But yeah, we'll keep it in mind because I do... I plan on keeping Bulbasaur in the party, so I'll keep it in mind just in case we get into a pinch, so... Ambushed out of a fight, that's not really fun. Yeah, well, you know. It's I don't know what the context of that was, but we got away. If it was for a Pokemon in the wild, we got away. So, the more you see how wild Pokemon work, the more you want it in the newer games. It's a good thing, and if we fought things, it'd be a solid advancement along the line Pokemon has been on since its beginning. Yeah, I actually like the capture system in this game quite a bit. It's kind of refreshing to not have to just battle. It gives you something to do other than just fight, which I always appreciate. Oh, I forgot you had Absorb. I'm still thinking Gen 1 where you have Leech Life. I better get Emery out of here. But yeah, it's refreshing to be able to do something other than just battle over and over and over again, you know what I mean? So, it's a nice little mini-game, and I approve, and I kind of wish it was in Sword and Shield, but, well, we can't always have what we want. You also have Wing Attack. I'm not doing so hot in this fight, am I? It's a good thing Gen 6 changed how experience works when you switch Pokemon in. Because otherwise, this would be... I'd be splitting the experience way too much. May not buy Legends Arceus, but you're a Pokemon lore freak, and this game will give us more insight into the creation of the Pokemon universe. Gotcha. Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, actually, because if it's taking place, like, in much earlier times in the Sinnoh region, yeah, it'll give us some lore about how the Sinnoh region works, so... I mean, I think it looks like some of the concepts in it are interesting. I'll keep my eye on it. I'm not 100% sure about buying it, but yeah, I'll keep my eye on it, I guess, just in case it... I saw some things in the trailer that I wasn't a particular fan of. Namely, the frame rate was atrocious in the trailer, and I understand why. It's a huge area that they were exploring, big open area, but, like, y'all need to shore that up, Game Freak, come on. Didn't you learn from the wild area in Sword and Shield where that stuff happened? This is a trailer. You're supposed to be getting me hyped, not making me look at how bad the frame rate is. Anyway, not the point. I'll keep my eye on it, see if they improve in the places where I think they need to, and we'll go from there. I'll judge it objectively, just like everything else. Yeah, he was reading me like a picture book. Absolutely, yeah, that was some 400 IQ plays right there, that's for sure. Oh, but I wanted to see what was in the crater, sir. Okay, I wasn't even looking at those fossils. That's fine if you... Okay, he's attacking me. I feel attacked. I don't like that face. Mithra, defend me! Okay, a Voltorb. Alright. Ooh, actually, this is a nice matchup. Because Voltorb shouldn't be able to do too much that can actually damage me all that much. Let's try to poison it just to get a little bit of residual damage. Yeah, that ain't gonna do a whole lot. You got this, Emery! Okay, I'll do it like 2 more times, see if it poisons. If it doesn't, I'll just start scratching. I don't gotta worry about static because that's not in this game, so yeah. I actually really like how the Switch makes Voltorb look, though, in this particular case. It looks a lot like it's hand-drawn with how the sprite work was done here, and I always appreciate that sort of thing, because it always impresses me when they make, like, 3D models like that look like they're hand-drawn. Like, that's crazy to me. It's like, how do you make something, like, I understand, like, making something 2D look 3D, okay, so you add shading and you do all that stuff. Making something 3D look 2D, as a non-animator, that's like a whole nother level for me, dude. Like, I can't even grasp the concept of how you do that. But it's so interesting. So, did you tell me about how you lost the Magnemite trainer in Mount Moon in that Aerodactyl solo? It wasn't listening and you were being cocky. Oh, God. Deserve that L. Well, I mean, Aerodactyl could have, you know, been like, well, you know, I'm being cocky, but I guess my life is in danger, so I should probably, you know, I should probably fix that. But no, they decided to be cocky all the way through, so, yeah, whatever. Speaking of Magnemite, here's one. Excuse me, do we have anything that's good against this? Mithra has double kick. Yes, we do. Okay. Perfect. Now you can actually defend me, Mithra. She has 52 speed, and she's only level 15. That's impressive. Yeah, this isn't, like I said in the last episode, this isn't a normal Pikachu. Not only does it have perfect IVs, because they always have perfect IVs, the starters in this game, and we can check that once we eventually get the IV checker. But in addition to that, Mithra also has higher than usual stats for a Pikachu. Similar stats to how they were previously. Defense and special defense are still the lowest things, along with HP, but yeah, attack and special attack and speed are all buffed. So every stat is buffed, but those are the ones in particular that are that you get the most out of, basically. So Saurian was lazy and she didn't want to listen to you. That was your bad. Had to do some routing because you had to figure out how much EXP you could get via mandatory fight. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, because you'd have to be a little careful of where the experience comes from. Otherwise, you'll end up getting her to too high of a level, and then she won't obey you. Yeah, so that must have been a bit of a pain to route, but well, I mean, it all worked out, I think. So if I remember right, you did finish that playthrough, so as long as it all worked out, that's the important thing. Okay, that takes care of that. Yeah, I could have just attacked through the confusion and tried to use double kick, but I said, I'll just read him like a book. He's probably going to Thunder Shock me or tackle or something. Emery can handle both, and then I'll just switch back. Wait for it to miss, you know. Okay, which fossil do I want? Ferdinand, do you have an opinion? You're just like Mithra. You're just happy to be here. There's another Clefairy down there. Good lord, man. I'm getting lucky seeing all these things. Which fossil do I want? I got no particular preference. If I want to make a Twitch Plays Pokemon reference, actually either of these would work. I could either take Lord Helix or the Blasphemer. Well, thinking about it in the game, we've never seen the Helix fossil in-game because I don't think the Pewter Museum particularly had it, but we did see we saw a fossil, or rather a skeleton of a Kabutops already. I don't know if we would know that this is going to be a Kabuto, but we'll take the Dome fossil. In anticipation of having big slashy arm dude. So, that's fine. You take the Helix fossil, I'll take the Dome fossil, and we'll go from there. How are we doing on HP? We're not too bad off, actually. How are you doing on levels, Emery? Okay, so you're 300 off. Okay, that'll work. Of level 12, Littlefoot, you need a little bit less than a level and a half to get to the point where I actually want you to be before I go challenge the gym. Mithra's doing good, Ferdinand's doing good, we're all doing good. Okay, so let's move on, shall we? We're almost through Mount Moon. I don't think there was an item over there. I didn't see Mithra's tail wagging, so. Stop right there, criminal scum. Whoa. No, it belongs to me. That man gave it to me fair and square. Because you were messing around trying to find fossils down in parts of the cave that you can't even go to. So yes, now they finally introduce themselves as Jesse and James. Meowth, that's right. Sure, you can try. You will fail. So now you have to fight Team Rocket, or rather Jesse and James of Team Rocket. And they fight in a double battle because there's two of them, so of course they do. Alright, who we got? Okay, this'll work. Who do I want to focus on out of all of this? I guess Ekans has less defense, so I could probably take it on a little easier. Oh, this is going to be a pain. I can see just enough in the corner there to see that I'm targeting my foes, but if I need to target my allies, that might be a little bit of a pain. It's fine. Let's see how much this does. That's not bad. Acid? Ow. That's not very nice. Okay, well, Ekans will be gone probably next turn, so I'm not worried about poison gas. That's okay. Oh, nice. Nice job, Ferdinand. Maybe I should be worried about it because now Emery's going to be a little bit low on HP. Well, that's not too bad, actually. Will acid plus whatever coughing does take her out? I don't know. Well, we'll find out. I have revived, so we'll be okay. And I should be able to KO. Okay, so it didn't use acid. It used wrap, but if we take care of it, it won't be wrapped anymore, so... Nice. Good job, Emery. Yeah, apparently it does hit both in double battles. It's not something I see commonly, so I didn't know that offhand, but yeah. Apparently it does. Okay, I beat Ericon, I'm level 37. I got 13 levels, and Saurian doesn't listen to me again. I have to clear Rocket HQ below the casino, the Pokemon Tower, post Sylph Scope, Sylphco, which is one fight in the mini-boss Blue and Giovanni, then you have to clear Saffron Gym. Don't remember the teleporter order. This is literally what the last major stretch of the game was like. Yeah. That you got to have that thinking in there because that's how it, you know, you got to keep that in mind because you're trying to route a solo playthrough where something doesn't listen to you. So of course you got to keep all that stuff in mind. But yeah, I imagine it was a little bit of a pain. How the last major stretch of the game went, not well. No, I gotcha. Yeah, I don't really use poison gas all that much, so I like I said, couldn't say I knew that off the top of my head. That's okay. Let's go, Mithra. Because coughing's a little weaker on the Spadef, so Gust plus Thundershock should take it out next turn. And then we'll unpoison our dudes, and we'll go from there. Well, it's going to target, even if you press where Ekans was, it'll auto-target coughing, so it'll hit an enemy, so it'll just target whatever enemy is left. And there you go. Pretty soon, though, I'd like to try to get a better electric move. Because Thundershock's not bad, but it's going to start losing out in terms of its power pretty soon. But Mithra's level 16, so that'll probably help with the power part. I forget how the +1 that you get when levels happen, how that works. It might be based on like the Pokemon that you fought, and it's giving you +1 to your AV values, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to look that one up for you to see if that's how it works. Now, Charmander's level 11. That's only 5 levels left, and it'll evolve. I don't think we'll get that before I get another Pokemon that I actually want for my party, though, so... Finished that run, it was painful AF. It was fun, though. Well, I mean, as long as it was fun, that's the important part. They're blasting off for the first time. What does Mithra think about this? Well, yeah, I mean... It's Team Rocket, so are you really all that shocked? Here, Mithra. Atta girl. Let's see that smile again. There you go. Excuse me, Geodude. Any other items? I don't see the wagon tail, so I think we're okay. Maybe here? No. Okay. Okay, we made it out of Mount Moon. We're on Route 4. I should probably heal that poison, because I think they've been sitting there with poison for a little bit here. That's no good. Here's the dome fossil we got, by the way. Could be a shell or a carapace. Okay, well, we'll find out eventually. I'll find somebody who can tell me what it is. I'm sure. I'll have to buy a few supplies when we get to this chop in Cerulean City, but that's okay. There we go. And actually, I think I am going to take Charmander out of the party just for a minute here, because we got a Moonstone, and I'm not planning on using Clefairy at all, so since we have it already, and all it needs to evolve is a Moonstone, let's do it. Why the heck not, right? Let me see. I think Paris can go a little lower on the order there, right? Yeah, because it's not after Chansey in the Pokedex. Okay. Yeah, where's my Moonstone at? It'd be over here. I got 2 of them, right? Yep. Okay. There you go, Clefairy. Have a fun old Moonstone. Let's see what it does for you. And Clefairy's move pool is pretty good with TMs anyway once it evolves into Clefable, because it can learn quite a large assortment of them. So even if I didn't get all of its level up moves, I think the main one I'd be missing is Moonblast, which you get later, but I'm not planning on using Clefairy, so. For the Pokedex, though, it will be helpful. Let's read Clefable's Pokedex entry. They appear to be very protective of their own world. It's a kind of fairy rarely seen by people. And it learns Metronome by evolving. What do I have? Might be better than some of the stuff I have. Well, I don't want Minimize. I don't usually use those. Actually, it's got a pretty good nature. It's got a modest nature, too, so that's not bad. If I was planning on using a fairy type, I'd probably be using it, but yeah, it's fine. We've got Pokemon. They'll handle things for us. I got my plan of what I'm going to use, so. Heard about the fossils getting quality of life, too? This is a smart remake that isn't overly faithful to the original. Yeah, they give you some quality of life things, adjustments, that I think are actually pretty good in this one, so. It's not bad. What do you mean you have a Chansey? I'm just as surprised as you. That Chansey showed up on the basement 2nd floor of Mount Moon without me even having to use a lure. It was ridiculous. I'm like, how does this happen? Then I caught it in the first Great Ball I used. I'm like, I can't even. My luck never happens when I want it to. It only happens when I don't need it. Yeah, just a little before you joined the stream there, Marie. That's when it happened. Still suffering through trying to get a 1% Chansey in Crystals so you can trade for the Aerodactyl. Yeah, that's right. Chansey's really rare in that one. That's no fun. Yeah, and that's a good point, Ghost Hand, actually. I mean, we're thinking about all the improvements and the quality of life things in here, but some of the old jank I actually do appreciate in some of the older games. It's why I go back and play them occasionally, even if I have this one. I still go back and play my old copy of Pokemon Yellow that somehow still works occasionally, and I'll play it on the computer, too, if I'm not feeling like getting the old Game Boy out, but, you know. And hello, Ghost Hand, how you doing? Welcome. We just got through Mount Moon, so we're headed off to Cerulean City now. What do I bring into the party now? Nobody in particular is very close to a level, and like I said, or an evolution, rather. And like I said, Charmander's probably not going to be in the party for too much after this, because we're going to be getting our resident fire type. I don't think it's going to be soon, but it'll be fairly soon. I guess since I have a second Moonstone, I could just bring Nidoran Female into the party. I'm going to keep Magikarp there because, I mean, I bought it. I might as well hold on to it for a little while. And we're going to have an open slot in our party anyway for a bit, so. Oh, there's a Paralyze Heal. Did I need that? I don't think I used one on the previous Inside Mount Moon, that is. Let's see. Bit of a maze down here with all these ledges and stuff. So we'll just go a little bit at a time here. That's why you still play those Revervish Gen 3 cards. Ah, that's right. Yeah, and even in Gen 3 too, as well. So, yeah. All of the above. Anything in the bushes? What'd you find, Ferdinand? A raspberry. Thank you. Alright, been since 8 a.m. doing a specialization course in Botox application. Kind of cool. Tomorrow I work with actual patients. Nice, Ghost Hand. Good luck with that. That sounds interesting. I can't say I have any experience with it, so I don't even know. I don't even know where to start with that, but that does sound very interesting. So hopefully it all goes well for you when you start working with actual patients on it. That would be pretty cool. Here's some Pokeballs. Even if the Gen 3 XP curve is horrid, and you shouldn't have a team bigger than 3 to avoid having to do excess grinding. Yeah, well, I don't know, Gen 5 kind of spoiled me in terms of how it does experience, where it gives you more experience the more under-leveled you are to the rest of the Pokemon you're fighting. I didn't even know that was there. I was just like, well, Ferdinand might find it for me, so I'll just go look. But we got a PowerPoint up, so that's cool. Anything over here? No. I'll try to find some secrets where I can. We can't get that item just yet, though, if I remember right, because I think it's up on a ledge that we don't have access to yet. Yeah, you got to approach that from the other side, and the only way to get there is if you know how to get across water. And we don't have that luxury at the moment, so we'll do that in a bit. We'll go over here, actually, because there's some grass here. Anything new? I see something new. A Psyduck. Hello, buddy. I didn't have a space for you in the party this time, but I love you anyway. Let's wait for the next attack. Here we go, and go. Nice. Got him. One of your dogs been feeling bad lately. She had an episode where she lost control of her legs and lost bowel control, so we took her to a vet. She's better now, but you're worried. Oh, yeah. I know that feeling, Ghost Hand. Our previous dog had small dog named Pepper. She had that problem near the end of her life as well. It was not fun. Yeah, it definitely worried us a lot. She lasted a long time though, despite having to deal with that. And we felt sorry for her by the end of the whole thing, and we ultimately came to the decision after a while that she was suffering too much from having all of that stuff happen to her, and she was like 19, so she had lasted a long time. So we eventually decided it's probably for the best if we put her to sleep. Wasn't an easy decision, and I cried a lot about it, but, you know. We would rather that than see her continue to suffer through the whole thing, you know. I'm not telling you what to do. I don't think that that's the best move for everybody, but that's what we ended up having to do because she was older, so. Guy in a team of six Pokemon, 7 levels sucks. Yeah, that's not much fun. Sounds like, yeah, well, it wouldn't be a whole lot of fun. Yeah, it wouldn't be a whole lot of fun. Either has inflammation on the spine or her lung cancer reached the brain. Hope she doesn't feel it. Yeah, that sucks, Ghost Hand. Sorry to hear it. Hopefully she feels better, or if she doesn't feel better, she's not hurting too badly. Hey, Garrick, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We are playing a Pokemon game for the first time in a while. We're in Let's Go Pikachu, and I just got through Mount Moon, and now our Butterfree is learning Poison Powder. Yeah, I can give her to Harden for that. String Shot lowers speed by 2 stages, so I may want to keep that. Although I have Thunder Wave, so maybe I don't at the same time. And Littlefoot leveled up to 15 as well, so he's getting pretty close. We're learning Stun Spore as well. Okay. I'll give her a String Shot for that. I'll probably just get rid of that for Sleep Powder, though, because we already have Thunder Wave, so... And I got rid of Poison Powder on Littlefoot, so... Okay, well, Ferdinand's learning all of these at the same level, so that's fine. I'm going to keep Tackle just in case I need something other than Gust to hit something. But, yeah, we'll do that. We'll keep Poison Powder and Sleep Powder. Doing everything you can, so there's that. Enough bumming out everyone. But 8 hours of classes really makes you want to sleep. Well, that's for sure. Yeah, I know that feeling. But yes, Ghost Hand, hopefully your dog isn't in too much pain at the moment. I hope it all works out for the best for you guys. So, yeah, definitely exhausting. 8 hours of classes is a lot. But upside, you get to apply that in an actual setting pretty soon, so that's a plus. Let's read Psyduck's Pokedex entry, shall we? Psyduck is always tormented by headaches. It uses psychic powers, but whether it intends to do so is not known. Great. Well, that's not good. Probably not an ideal situation for Psyduck either. Excuse me, Mankey. Is there anything in the bushes here? No. Thank you for looking through the rest of it for me, though. Alright, we made it. Cerulean City at last. A mysterious blue aura surrounds it. So yeah, in order to get to that item that's up on that ledge, you'd have to be able to slide along that river up there, and we don't have that option at the moment, but we'll get there eventually. Who do I want to be out front with me for right now? I think all the water around here would kind of bum Emery out, so let's let Littlefoot come out of the Pokeball. There we go. What's up, Littlefoot? Well, come along then. We got a lot to explore. Yeah, the professor gave me a Pokedex to, you know, figure all that stuff out. It's interesting. Oh, really? Well, it's not much of a house. It's more of a shop, but a bike maniac. Okay. Maybe he just turned it into a shop, like makeshift, you know? Hello, sir. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, there's no bikes in this game because you can ride on Pokemon backs. So. Oh, those are acro bikes? Okay, sure. What do they do? Oh, okay, he's going through that really quickly. Alright. Yeah, the acro bike was from Hoenn. You could use it to do wheelies, you could use it to do jumps, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It was pretty interesting. I liked how they did the bikes in Gen 3, where they made them more than just a normal bike, you know? You could do other things with them besides just, you know. And off he goes again. This is a mock bike. This one was also in Gen 3, and yeah, it's a little hard to control, but it's very fast. It goes quicker than basically anything else, and of course you needed both bikes in Gen 3 to get all the items that were available, so. And he goes on pretty quick, too. I can't even keep up with him half the time. Yeah, but in this game they don't let us, so we'll have to... Oop, hang on. Hang on, Littlefoot, let me get you out of there. There you go. So yeah, in this game we can't ride on the back of a... Well, we can't ride on a bike, but we can ride on the back of a Pokemon instead, so... What's up, Mithra? Wanna go see the fountain? Okay, sure. Let's go see the fountain. Sure, we'll throw 50 Poke in. Why not? Let's see what it does. I could have thrown 500, but this is okay. I think that's a once-a-day affection thing that you can do, by the way. You can... raise Pikachu's affection by throwing some money into the fountain, so. And apparently Littlefoot likes the fountain as well, so. Oh, yep, gotta be careful, we're in the splash zone. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't bring Emery out, because that probably would not have been fun for her. Oh, you must not have enough badges, huh? Yeah. If you don't have enough badges, you'll get messages like they're loafing around, or they'll take a snooze, or they'll do other things in battle other than use your attacks, so. I apparently can't read the sign from the back, so we'll have to go see what it says on the opposite side in a minute, so. Hello, Clefairy. What you up to, sir? Oh, really? Huh. So he's trying to give you an idea about a feature that you can do in handheld mode in this game. You can actually change your Pikachu or Eevee's hairstyle if you mess around with it in handheld mode. You can kind of like use your finger on the screen and like shake it around on their head, and you can give them like a fluff for a hair thing or something. Like, you can do a whole bunch of different hairstyles for them, basically. I can't demonstrate it because we're not in handheld mode, and I can't show handheld mode on the screen because I don't have a camera that I can do that with, but yeah, it's there. We got a follow. Dakin Zeke. I apologize if I said that incorrectly, but thank you for following. I appreciate it. You're a little late. We just got through Mount Moon. We were just doing that at the beginning, but that's no big deal. We're heading through Cerulean City. Everything's going pretty well. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Let's check out more of Cerulean City, shall we? Oh, okay. So yeah, she just tells you exactly what I just said about Pikachu's affection rating. So there you go. Now we know. Yeah, and we can't go through there, can we? There is a long way around, but it is a long way around, so, like, really long. So we'll see. Did you just hear Mega Man Zero? You heard the sound effect for my follows, which is the sound effect from Mega Man X's sound font of, I think when you select a Maverick, that's the sound effect that plays. So, yeah, that's what you heard, Marie. What if Pokemon World has a PETA equivalent or something? I don't know. Would Team Plasma count, like, non-Getsis Team Plasma? Like, the people that genuinely think they're freeing Pokemon for the good of the Pokemon? Do they count? I don't know. I doubt there's, like, an official government organization, but there might be, like, a government organization advocating for Pokemon rights. I don't know. That's a good question. I felt there's a lot of oddishes that just stare at these potted plants that look a suspicious amount like them. Hey, Bulbasaur. I have a Bulbasaur. What do you think, Littlefoot? Probably excited by all the Pokemon and plants and stuff in here. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, if you don't find somebody else, I guess I could. So yeah, if you have 30 Pokemon caught, you can, and I think that's just 30 Pokemon total. I don't think it's 30 unique Pokemon, but I think it's just 30 Pokemon total. You can collect up a free Bulbasaur here, but we already have one, so I probably won't come back and get it. She'll probably find another trainer for it, no big deal. Mega Man X is the shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I could play Mega Man X, like, I regularly play it, like, once or twice a year, and I never get bored of it. It's great. I love it. Wonder where this Bill guy lives. Huh. I mean, I have one, if you're okay with trading one. I don't think mine is particularly, interesting, though. Yeah, so she's actually going to give me a Rattata that's a lot higher level than the one that I have. But it's also interesting for a different reason, and let's trade it away so we can find out why. I probably won't do this for all of the trades in the game, but this one, at the very least, will give us an understanding of what some of the trades in this game allow you to see. And, of course, it'll let me see the trading animation, which you don't see too often, so... So yeah, actually, the Rattata that she sent over for us, we traded our Kanto Rattata for an Alolan Rattata. So you can get access to Alola forms in this game because it's Gen 7, so the Pokemon that were available from the mainline games of this generation are available to you by trades. And it's all of the forms are available in some place or another. Some of them are exclusive to certain versions, though, if I recall correctly. Like, I think Alolan Muck is exclusive to this version, and I forget which one is exclusive to... I think it's Alolan Persian, or Meowth or something, is exclusive to Let's Go Eevee. They're all available in some form or another, but you might not be able to get them all in one version, so... And yeah, it's a regional variant of Rattata that she gave us, so... Well, yeah, I guess if you have a big collection like that, I mean, you could brag about it a little bit. Let's see what's on the magazine rack, shall we? Pokemon Journal interviews. Sure, let's read it. Future activities of Bill. Well, I'm researching about how to become a Pokemon. It's just a joke. Don't take it seriously. Unless, actually, I'm doing research on understanding the minds of Pokemon. I want to understand what they're thinking. Okay, interesting. That's, well, good luck with that. That sounds like a big endeavor, but, you know. All right, let's heal up. Also think you would think non-Gets Steam Plasma would be the closest to PETA in the Pokemon world. You're one of those weirdos that liked X6. I like X6 for its jank. Like, it's so bad that I just can't help but enjoy my time with it. But it does give me an interesting challenge. You know what I mean? Like, it's challenging to play through X6, and I appreciate that part of it at the very least. And the music in it is really good as well, so... I thought about that, though. At some point in time when I'm done doing, like, the Mega Man Zero series and, you know, going back and playing the X games again so I can play X7 and X8, because I didn't cover those originally, I might want to actually play X6 again, but this time do an unarmored X run on extreme difficulty. We already did the original playthrough on extreme difficulty, but I did it using Zero for most of the playthrough, so I think it would be interesting to play it not only as X, but also as completely unarmored X, where I don't have any armor to fall back on, and I still have to beat the game with that. That would mean no air dash, that would mean no special weapons fully charged up, none of that stuff, so I think it'd make it kind of interesting, so. Oh, you've developed secret techniques? Well, it's not quite a secret technique, but it is a pretty solid move. Zippy Zap. It's a move similar to Quick Attack, but its electric type is more powerful and always crits. So that's pretty solid. If you can find any of these tamer people in the Pokemon centers, in certain cities, they'll teach your partner Pikachu or partner Eevee certain moves. Like in this particular place, I think Eevee gets access to 3 coverage moves. Like I think it gets access to like a water move, an electric move, and a fire move to indicate Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. So look for these guys if you can, because they usually have pretty decent moves. Less so in Let's Go Pikachu, you get less selection because Eevee is very dynamic. It can learn a whole lot of different techniques when it evolves. But yeah, keep an eye out for these guys because their moves are usually pretty good. So let's get rid of Quick Attack because it's just better in every way. Zippy Zap is. I mean, unless I'm fighting a ground type, but if I'm fighting a ground type, I wouldn't want to leave Mithra in anyway, so. And actually, Zippy Zap is going to be better than Thundershock in most situations now for her, so. We'll make use of it. Probably in the next gym. And yeah, that's generally what you want to do. Although sometimes you don't have that luxury. Certain Pokemon in this game are better on their physical attack, but they just don't get access to a physical move of their typing. I'm looking at you, Alolan Sandslash. All you get for physical moves is for your types is Ice Shard and Metal Claw. I don't even know if you get Metal Claw now that I think about it. Iron Head isn't in this game. What the heck are you doing? Well, lady, I would do that if I had Nintendo Switch Online, but as it is, I don't have it, so I'll just have to trade with the trainers in-game instead. Okay, let's explore the rest of Cerulean City, shall we? Here's the gym. Misty's in here. We'll go fight her in a little while. Ah, it's not bad. I enjoy the adventure of it. It's fun. Running around with friends doing these things. That house is... I didn't see the door on that one. Maybe it's on the other side. I don't know. Maybe it's just locked. Let's check out the mart. I probably should buy a few items anyway. Yep, that's what Rare Candy does, but yeah, you won't find it in a shop. You'll probably just find it as a hidden item somewhere. And that I will do. Keep an eye out for new items as we get more badges. I have a few things to sell, and then I'm also here to buy. I got a nugget for you. There you go. Let's not sell the Dome Fossil. That would be bad. Here's a big mushroom for you. Got a Stardust and a Pearl, and then I think I'm done. Should probably buy some Great Balls, actually. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll just use all the Pokeballs instead of Great Balls for a little while, and that'll cut me, so. That was Flareon up till Gen 6 when they finally gave it Flare Blitz. Yes, exactly. Hello, JP the One. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I would battle you if I had Nintendo Switch Online. I unfortunately do not, so I cannot do that for you. I apologize, but I would battle you if I had the chance and had the technology. We need the technology. We don't have the technology. So, how many potions do I want? I have 2. I'll buy up to 10 again. We can't get super potions yet until we beat Misty, I think. I think once we beat her, that's when we gain access to them in the shop, but I'm not 100% sure. And we'll buy up to 3 in our status healing items as well. Eventually, we won't need to do that because we'll gain access to other status healing items that are, well, we can use up less slots in our inventory for it. But yeah, I'll buy a few Great Balls. We'll buy 6. I got enough money. It's fine. Okay. And I think I'm done here for now. Let me sort my inventory real quick, and then we'll go check the northern section of Cerulean before trying to find the long way around that they were talking about there. Let's see. Sort my medicine. Actually, it's probably going to stay the same, isn't it? Yeah. TMs get sorted automatically. This is fine. I don't think I need to sort this, do I? No, it's already sorted. Okay. And this is already sorted. Okay, so we're good. I think it's already sorted. Maybe the Dome Fossil isn't. I like my items nice and neat. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's already sorted. Okay. Let's get out of here then. By the way, the sound effect for the follows there, was that too loud? I've been trying to sound balance it properly for a while, and it just is being a complete dickhead about it. Like, it does not want to get sound balanced properly. I don't know if it has something to do with Streamlabs, changing the volume or something like that, but it's always too loud. So hopefully it isn't too loud now. I kind of turned it down quite a bit, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, I got you stuck on that table again, didn't I, Littlefoot? My bad. Sure, you can tell me a little trivia about them. So this guy will tell you about what the gym badges will do for you and how they'll affect your Pokemon and which ones will obey you and won't obey you once you get it. Let's just check the number of badges, because he'll let you know. Basically, this is what you need to know about all the badges. So, yeah, it starts at level 20 if you have the Boulder badge, and then every badge you get after that, the level that they'll obey you increases by 10. Until you get 8 badges, and then all of them will listen to you no matter what level they are, even if they're level 100, so... It was not too loud, but it threw you off. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I was more worried about the volume level. That was the main thing. I mean, if it threw you off, I apologize if it threw you off badly, but that's it. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's not, like, ear-piercing. So. Oh, yeah, well, we could give you that. How are you on, in terms of how you need to get to the next level? Like, how much experience do you need? Because I could give you that rare candy. I usually don't use them all that often. I usually tend to sell them. But in this particular case, it might not be a bad idea, because you're as far from the next level as you probably can be. I mean, within a little bit of experience, but it might not be a bad idea to give you that rare candy. Sure. You know what? Why not? I usually don't use them. I usually sell them instead of using them because they... it's not good to use them as it is to just battle and get your effort values from other Pokemon. If you level up instantly... Oh, there's 2 rare candies. Okay, I must have had an extra one from somewhere. I guess I could use the other one, too. But yeah, I usually don't use them because it's not usually a good idea to ignore the effort values that you could get from the Pokemon you could fight to get those levels. But, I mean, if you're interested in it, Littlefoot, I'll give it to you. Why the heck not? There you go. Like saving them for obscene levels, like when you have to grind for red and Mount Silver. Yeah, that's a good use for them. That's definitely the kind of situation where you'd want to save them for. Yeah, I can see that being important. But in this particular case, Littlefoot was interested. Ask and you shall receive. But also, Littlefoot will evolve, because level 16 is when Bulbasaur evolves. So let's let the evolution happen, shall we? Awesome. He's a little bit more Bigfoot now, but not quite Bigfoot yet. He's an Ivysaur. Cool. We're just moving right along with these evolutions, aren't we? Let's read Ivysaur's Pokedex entry, shall we? Oh, he's a little bigger than a normal one. That's pretty good. The bud on its back grows by drawing energy. It gives off an aroma when it's ready to bloom. And when it's ready to bloom, you should probably watch out, because it's probably evolving again. So... do I want to use that other rare candy on anybody? Probably not at the moment. Littlefoot was interested. That was why I gave it to him. It was less of an idea of, well, you know, I can use it for... It was a convenience thing because it was we needed the level. Littlefoot wanted it, so yeah, I might as well give it to him. Emery could probably use one, but well, she's pretty close to getting a level anyway, so I don't want to use it now. Excuse me. You want to use it as close as you can to you being at the lowest possible experience. Yeah, you want to use it as far as you can from the next level, basically, because that if you use it when you're close to a level, you're not going to get that extra experience. It doesn't work like that anymore, if I recall correctly. So, who can learn Payday? Just Mithra. Okay, well, we don't need a Payday. I just need Headbutt, because I keep forgetting... Oh, you can learn Headbutt. Okay, I keep forgetting to teach it to Emery. Ugh, excuse me, so let's teach it to Emery now. I don't need Sand Attack, but I like the fact that it's a ground-type move being there. I like that the colors are different, you know? Like, I think that's just my 2-year-old brain doing that, but, you know. We will eventually get a ground-type attacking move, though, so maybe I'll just get rid of Sand Attack for now. I'll keep Defense Curl for a little while. Because I can actually use Defense Curl to my advantage, but Sand Attack I probably won't really use all that much. Ferdinand, I'm also going to give you Headbutt, because, yeah, apparently you can learn it as well now that you have a face for it. Just don't do too much to rough up that beautiful face. Okay, there we go. Give everyone Headbutt. All the things must be headbutted. Good. Alright. So that takes care of that. And now we can move along. Yeah, what's it called? Ferdinand won't get another attacking move for a few levels yet, so. How you feeling, Littlefoot? You're a little taller. Well, I'm glad. It's that opulent aura around the city. It's making you feel more relaxed. Yeah, I really like the Bulbasaur line, personally. It's one of my favorite starters, honestly. It's just always reliable, and I like the design of it, so yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Who do I want to take out for now? I'm still a little bit keen on not bringing Emery out at the moment because all the water around here would probably freak her out. So I guess Ferdinand will come along for a little bit. Actually, no. You know what? We haven't had Littlefoot out long enough because we only took Littlefoot out when we got to Cerulean City. So we'll keep Littlefoot out for a little longer. Oop, let me go in here. Almost forgot. Okay, that's an Onyx. Hello. Are you okay up there? Yeah, Onyx is 28 feet tall, almost 29 feet if I recall correctly, so yeah, he's up there a little bit. Well, yeah, I mean... Oh, well, okay, that's helpful at the very least. Yeah, you can't really bring a 29-foot tall rock snake into a Pokemon. It doesn't really work. But yeah, if it's a riding Pokemon and it's too big to go into a place like that, or even if it's not a riding Pokemon, if it's too big to go into a place like that, it'll just stay in its Pokeball instead. So that's pretty nice. What's up there, officer? Oh, that sucks. Of course it was. Who else would it be? Okay, you do that. I'll go find another way around then. Probably got to go up here. I mean, I guess we can get in a little training on the Cape while we're thinking about fighting in the gym, so... Yeah, if we look at the town map, we can see that Cerulean Cape is up ahead, routes 24 and 25. So, it doesn't lead anywhere, but we can get a little training in before we go to the gym. That way, if we go up there, there's probably a few trainers, and then we'll head to the gym and see what we can do there. I'm going to save real quick. And I'm actually also going to go use the restroom real quick. So just give me a minute. Ugh. Okay, I have returned. I also have my jacket in case I get cold. I took it off because it's hot here today. It's like in the 60s today. It's ridiculous. That's like our Indian summer or something. I don't even know. But I am back. We are back at it. And now let me just check on all my Pokemons before we move along here. I think we're in good shape. Everybody's all healed up, so we should be good. How's this gonna go? I think Emery's a good choice for what's about to happen here, so we'll let her stay out, and we'll head north. Off to Cerulean Cape, and Littlefoot found something, but apparently I found me first, so we'll see what it is in just a minute. Okay, hang on. Slow down, man. What's wrong? Use your words. Oh, god damn it. Apparently I saw something I can't unsee. I mean, I've been on the internet before, but in this particular case, I'm fairly young, so it's probably, yeah. It's probably... I probably haven't seen things I shouldn't, or at least not as many things yet, so... Okay, I think you can handle this, Emery. We'll just use your new headbutt technique. Use your head. But I don't want to use my head! Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, Gust hurt, but hey, this is working okay. Actually, with Sand Attack there, that should make our job a little easier if we hit. Bang! And now, yeah, one scratch should do it. I probably shouldn't switch it up, but... Okay, so we just saw it there. I kind of flew past it a little bit quickly. The reason why I have named my rival after myself. So, in Pokemon Let's Go, there's a known text glitch that was never patched out of the game. Every time an item is used in battle, no matter who uses it, whether you use it or the opponent uses it, it says you used a potion, as if I'm the one that just used the potion. So, that is why my rival is named after me, because I used a potion just now. So I figured, like I said when I saw that originally, I says, is that an actual glitch that's like known on the internet? And yes, it's a well-known glitch. I says, okay, I want to eventually play this game for my stream. How do I reconcile the fact that this is there? Because it's not going to make a whole lot of sense. Like, am I throwing the potion at them and letting them use it to make the battle, you know, a little bit, like, more fair or what? No, I used a potion. So, why did I name the rival after me? Because the text glitch says I used potions. So now it makes sense, because it doesn't matter if Gen A uses it, doesn't matter if I use it. It will not make sense in any other trainer battle, but usually the rival battles are the ones where you see them use any items. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's use our new Zippy Zap move to charbroil this Pidgey. Wow, that went down quick. Yeah, I think the velocity of the HP bar is still based on the speed of the animation that you use, or just based on whether or not you get a crit. So it went down pretty quick. Swift isn't too bad. It would actually help a little bit, but my special attack is pretty low, 13. So text bug. Guess yeah, they thought it was minor enough that it could be ignored. I decided to make a whole big thing out of it though. So. Yeah, I'm not going to learn Swift. If it was Gen 1, I would learn Swift because it would be a pretty solid move for Sandshrew, but because it was physical back then. But it's not, so I'm not going to learn it. Ferdinand, this looks like a perfect job for you. Quad resist and a super effective move. So, come on back, Mithra. You're good. Let's get it, Ferdinand. Acid! You're getting around my quad resist. Nah, it's okay. Not like it's doing all that much. Go get him! Okay, it's a 2-hit. That will work. Yeah, and another reason why I didn't want to use Oddish for my team during the playthrough, because, well, technically I'm already using an Oddish, so yeah, like, Pidgey's off limits, Oddish is off limits, Eevee is not off limits, because, well, you can get any of the 3 Eevee evolutions or evolutions that you could get in Kanto, and I, as in the rival, will use one of them, but not the other two. So the other two will still be fair game for me. So, speaking of Eevee, here it is. You don't want to use against it. And do I want to just use Sleep Powder maybe to make this easier? Yeah, we'll see if it works. Why the heck not? Bah. Okay, got it. Perfect. Yeah, that 75% accuracy can be a bit of a killer, but in this case it worked out okay. So, we'll just leave you sleeping for a little bit, and then, yeah, let's switch Mythra back in. I've got double kick, so it'll be super effective. Zippy Zap would probably still deal more damage, though, even though it's super effective. But we'll hold off on that until the next turn, maybe. If Eevee lives through a double kick. Probably will. I don't think that the rival gains access to the partner Pokemon, though. I think the rival's Pokemon in this case is just a regular Eevee and not a partner Eevee, so they don't gain access to all those extra stats. Looks like you'll live, yeah. A little bit of HP. That's okay. I will try not to abuse sleep too much. Alright, let's put this away, Mythra. Bit of overkill, but you know. If Final Fantasy X taught me one thing, it's that there's no kill like overkill. Unfortunately, you don't get bonus experience in this game for overkilling. That'd be kind of cool, but you know. Yes, can you use your words now, man? Slow it down. What's happening? Why are you so upset? Yeah, deep breaths. Uh-huh. Anyway. Yeah, I heard about him. Bill, right? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Well, obviously you don't know the standard rule of JRPGs yet, me. The standard rule is, if an NPC tells you not to go somewhere, you must then go somewhere. Here, Mythra, hang on. Good work in that fight. Have a raspberry on me. Whoops. You're welcome. I didn't even know that Overkill gave bonus XP until like 2015. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I've learned about it fairly quickly when I played 10. I didn't play enough of 10 to really do a whole lot of it, but there were a couple of situations where I just completely massacred the enemy that was in front of me, and I got a little bit extra EXP for it, so. Well, I'm glad you're happy about the flowers, Littlefoot. Alright, let's heal up, and then we'll head up to Cerulean Cape. We'll run around over there. We might have enough time to take on Misty at the gym today. As a matter of fact, we most likely will. I could even do it now, frankly, because Mythra and Littlefoot are going to be my main contenders for that. And they're at a high enough level now where I think they should be able to take everybody on. I'll give it a shot, why not? And then we'll head up to the Cape. We don't have to go there, I don't think, to do the gym, so. I forget what the requirement is for this one, though. I guess we'll find out. Let's give it a shot, Littlefoot. What do you say? Well, they do like their water in this city, so it's not really a shock that it's a water gym. Yeah, so in order to get into this gym, you need to have a Pokemon that's at least level 15. Again, not really all that bad. So, how about this one? Littlefoot's just getting me into and out of all of the gyms at this point. Alright, here we go. Looks like I've already been here and gotten my certification, but even that didn't help me when it came to losing my cool, apparently. How do I want to do this? I'll probably leave Emery in front, just so that she can get a little bit of extra EXP. I'll definitely switch her out, like, right away, but, oops, hang on. Reorder with Y. There we go. Actually, I'll leave that down there. That's fine. But yeah, I'll leave her in for a little extra EXP for the first turn only. And not the first turn only, but like as soon as the battle starts, I'll switch her out for either Mythra or Littlefoot. Because all the trainers in here are going to use water types, so gotta be a little careful. Well, let's see what you got then. Now, I do like the first season of the Pokemon anime a lot, but from what I understand, and I didn't know this right away, all of the trainers in this gym are actually named after Misty's sisters from the anime. And that is one detail of the season 1 of the anime that I definitely don't remember. Yeah, I think that's how it is. It sounds right, but I'm not 100% sure about that. This one's named Lily, and I don't remember, honestly. I know that at least one of them was named Violet, if I remember right, and I think there's a trainer in here that's named Violet. But I didn't know that right off the start, basically, of playing this game. I didn't recognize it. I had to see it on the internet somewhere it had to be told for it to be something that I knew. Zippy Zap! Spam it because it's good. For now, it's good. I'll probably keep it for the rest of the game in that move slot there because it's just a solid move to have all around because of what it does. But yeah, we'll try to use something other than just Zippy Zap in some cases. It's just too good at the moment for me to pass it up. So, excuse me. Well, it was a pretty good dive. I definitely wouldn't give that dive a 3, actually. I'd give it something much better than a 3. Look at that front flip. That's hard to do. Especially from where they are. I mean, that's barely, probably 8 feet up or something. Yeah, spam it because it's good as JRPGs in a nutshell. Yeah, that's true. There's Violet. Okay, so one of them, at the very least, is definitely named after one of Misty's sisters, so... Man, if I had Swift now, it'd actually be useful, because Shelder has, no special defense, but I don't, so... And also, it's level 16, so holy hell, get me out of here. Yeah, go back to Mithra, because, well, we have Thunder Shock still, and it might have Icicle Spear, or some sort of ice move, so I'd rather not send Littlefoot in and get wrecked. So, yeah, it's got Ice Shard. Okay. Ow! That's fine. Just zap it. We could use Zippy Zap. The crit would be nice against it, but Shelder, like I said, has pretty high defense and low special defense, so I'd rather hit it on the side it's weaker. That's why you want to have both. Take advantage of Mithra's good attack and special attack that way. And some good speed. 59 speed at level 17 is nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. Well, you're in water. What do you want? Of course you're soaked. Well, I'm sorry I made you cry. Good lord. It's just a Pokemon battle. Slow down. Okay, last one. Let's see if Littlefoot can get some action before the gym leader so we can get a little warm-up in, you know? I might go heal after this. This gym isn't really all that big, so... Actually, I'll probably just use a potion. I'm getting plenty of money, so it's not like I'm, worrying about it. Yeah, I think Daisy was another one of Misty's sisters' names, now I think on it. Seal. Do you learn ice moves at this level? Probably. I'll send out Littlefoot anyway, what the hell. Worst thing can happen is I get ice sharded and I just switch again. Let's do this, Littlefoot. Aqua Jet. Okay, that's fine. Because, I mean, worst comes to worst there. I'm just getting soaked. Littlefoot's okay with that. So yeah, it's an indication, hey, if you didn't learn Zippy Zap, you might want to. The developers particularly made the trainers in here have, Quick Attack and Aqua Jet and all that stuff, just so that way you could have an excuse to use Zippy Zap. You could feasibly clear the entire game with just your partner Pokemon, especially if the partner Pokemon is Eevee. Because Eevee gets so many wide assortments of moves, and all of the partner moves that Eevee gets are really good. They're far better than basically anything Eevee can get from its normal move pool. So, yeah, it's well worth your time to learn those moves. So, whack them upside the head, so now the Leech Seed should give me back that HP that I just lost, or most of it anyway, and it should KO. Yeah, perfect. Good work, Littlefoot. To give you an idea, though, of how ridiculous some of the things that Eevee gets are, one of Eevee's moves, is actually a draining move that it can get from the Cerulean City trainer there, Tamer. One of its super good moves that you get there, like the Zippy Zap-esque one. I think it's the water type one anyway that's a draining move, so it's like an absorb or anything like that, but it's far more powerful than absorb. It's like 80 power and it drains HP. It's a water type move, so it's interesting. So, do I heal at the Pokemon Center or do I use potions? I think I'll just use potions. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I think the fire move is 100% burn chance now I think about it. And yeah, it is. It's busted as all hell. So Eevee is a it's well worth the party slot, even though it's a normal type, and usually normal types have decent resistances, and usually they have something going for them that's pretty good, like they have high special defense or they have a wide move pool. So usually a normal type isn't a wasted slot, but it's pretty ridiculous that Eevee, despite all of the good normal types that are in Kanto, the partner Eevee is still, because of its versatility, like usually better than the vast majority of the ones that you can get. So it's pretty crazy. Littlefoot, you keep not coming in and out of the Pokeball there. I'm going to save real quick before we do this. We're not exactly under-leveled for this, but I'm still a little concerned. We'll see, though. It should work okay. Did I have Mithra in front? That's how I want. Saltwater for the pool? Yeah, you might want to reconsider that. That might hurt a little bit. Jump in. You also want to say you think it's the water move? Yeah, I think it is. I think we're both right. I think it's the water move, so... Yeah, I haven't played Let's Go Eevee, so I don't know that stuff off the top of my head, but I want to say that's what it is, So you must be Misty then, huh? And I could say the same about you. Well, I know who you are out of character, but not in character, so... I train the ones I like. That's usually how it goes. Okay, well, I mean, you're the water-type gym leader, so you could definitely do that. Sure, let's do this, Misty. Okay, let's see how this all goes. Second gym leader, Misty, would like to battle. So our first is a Psyduck. The reason why I have Mithra out for this one is because Psyduck knows a Psychic-type move. So I definitely don't want to have Littlefoot be in first, because then it would zap me with Confusion and it would probably hurt a lot. As it is now, Zippy Zap will probably one-shot the Psyduck, and if not, it'll be damn close. Yep. It doesn't take much. Now, Mithra could do the same thing to the next Pokemon, one or two shot it with Zippy Zap, but I'm going to give somebody else a chance, so... But first I'm going to paralyze this Starmie before I switch in Littlefoot, so... Because Starmie is a high level. And very fast, but since I got the Thunder Wave off, the paralysis, should help us. Now, you would think Starmie would be the one that has a Psychic-type move because it has that secondary Psychic typing, but it doesn't actually have a Psychic-type move like Confusion that is super effective. It has Psy Wave, if I remember the movesets correctly. So that means Littlefoot can come in with complete impunity because, I mean, it has Scald, I can get burned, but I don't care. Like, I'll just Leech Seed it and wait until it kills it, basically. So... Yeah, they gave her the Psyduck. So, like I said, they're really going for that anime feel to this one, so I appreciate it. It's those little details, you know. Okay, so with the Paralyze, we'll be faster. Let's just get our Leech Seed off, and then the rest of the battles shouldn't take too long. If we get burned, it'll take a little longer, because Vine Whip is physical, but we'll be getting HP back each turn, so it should be fine. Okay, so Swift is actually its strongest move there, but that means I won't be getting burned, so this will actually go faster. So, you see, Misty, I know your moves, and I am well prepared for all of them. Yeah, we're going to dismantle this one. Sorry if anybody was hoping for a challenging fight. It's probably not going to happen. Now, she might prove me wrong. She might get consecutive crits on Swift, which will put a lot of pressure on Littlefoot, but we'll see what we can do if that happens. So. And I think 2 more turns, and that should be GG. So, we'll see. Okay, here's Psy-Wave. How much is it going to do? Ow! So Psy-Wave can do up to 1.5 times their level, if I recall correctly. Which is a lot, obviously, and that's why it did that much. Vine Whip should KO from that range. I'm going to take a risk. Go big or go home. Let's do this, Littlefoot. Bah! Oh, you gotta be joking. Okay, yes! Paralysis hacks for the win! I'll take it. Oh, that's funny. That almost went very poorly. We almost had a to be continued from JoJo right there. Oh boy. I'll take it. That works. I only got one pair of hacks, so it wasn't that hacksy. I did it for a reason. It was mainly for the speed drop, but I'll take the pair of hacks. It's fine. Good job, Littlefoot. Good job, Mithra. Everybody that fought did well, and everybody else was given moral support, so I'm okay with that. And everybody that's fighting got a level, along with Nidoran Female getting a level too. Cool. Well, you're getting Bite. That's pretty good. In this game, Bite is actually a Dark-type move. In Gen 1, it was a normal-type move, but in this game, they actually switched it so it's a Dark-type move, which is appreciated because, I mean, you don't have too much of an answer to Psychic types if you don't have Dark-type moves, so... Oh, you have Ghost-type moves, but there aren't too many of those in the game, so... I'll get rid of Scratch for that. Yeah, absolutely lucky. It worked out for the best. I forget what the chance of that happening is, though. I think it's like 25%, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So, all according to Keikaku, Misty. All according to Keikaku. I can say that now because I'm learning a little Japanese on the side, as well as my Spanish and French. I'm learning way too much right now. I'm learning all about electronics in my what's it called, vocational training. I'm also learning 3 languages. Not fast, but, you know... And to be fair, I already knew a good chunk of French as it is, so... I got that thirst for learning back that I had in high school, and I lost when I went to college. Oh boy, it's funny. So it makes sense for 3 sisters to be the gym trainers, since Cerulean Gym did have 3 trainers in it, although you have to fight 2 in the old design. Yes, that's true. That's true, yeah. So it would make sense for them to be her sisters. They don't look like they're related to her, but, well, you know, the detail there is appreciated anyway, so... Alright, Mithra, we got our Cascade badge. Good work. And that's number 2. Awesome, what do you got? So we also get TM29 Scald from Misty. Unfortunately, we won't have a Pokemon that can take advantage of that move for quite some time, but that's okay. It's a solid Water-type move, though, so it'll come in really handy for us. Good work, Mithra. You dismantled that gym. All of your support was well appreciated. Good work. Learning makeup and still voice training. Well, no, that's good, though. That's a lot of work as it is, just those things. So, better than me in that case. I couldn't even think about learning all that stuff. Like I said, voice training sounds like it's pretty difficult. And I know you've said before, it's not necessarily as difficult as it is tedious, but yeah, it just sounds like it's a lot, you know? So, well, yeah, I think the gym extended when I fought her so that we had a little more room. Good work, Littlefoot. You and Mithra did a good combination there. And you did a good chunk of work for that one. Well, that's 2 gym badges. Let's go to the Cape now that we've got that, and we'll get a little bit of training in, so we'll be ready for gym number 3, which is in Vermilion City. We can look at the map as well so we can see where we're going after this. Eventually we'll get Nidoran to level 16 so we can evolve it. It's just going to take a while because, well, obviously there's only so much experience to go around, you know? But, I mean, she's getting there. She's probably going to be there, and well, I might get her there before we beat the next gym. So I'll just keep Magikarp until it gets to level 20 because, like I said, we'll have an open slot in our party. So, and actually, I might not even get Nidoran female to level 16 before I put her back in the Pokemon box, because once we get to Route 5 or Route 6, we'll be catching our next Pokemon that I'm actually going to use in battle, so. Alright, off to the Cape we go. Let's go Littlefoot, let's go Mithra, let's go everybody else. We're making a beeline for Cerulean Cape. But before we get there, we have to cross Nugget Bridge on Route 24. So that's where we're going to go. I definitely don't want Mithra to be in our front slot right now. Emery and Ferdinand, you're definitely going to be the ones that we're going to need to get the EXP on. So, could use that rare candy on you now that you're close to, almost as far from the level as you can be. There, Emery. So, I think I'll do that. Why the heck not? Okay, there we go. And that gets rid of all my rare candies. I could have sold them. I think in this game they sell for more than usual. Like, I think they sell for like 5,000 or something like that in this game. But I'm not 100% sure about that. I think they normally sell for like 2,400. So, alright, let's see what's on Cerulean Cape, shall we? You like the redesign? Yeah, it's nice looking, isn't it? I appreciate all the little details they put into all the redesigns here. Like, it still feels familiar, but it feels more high def. Somebody described it in one of the YouTube comments they were talking about for this game, and I watched a walkthrough of it at one point. And they said, this is what the game looked like in my imagination when I was a kid. And I think that's a sentiment I can really get behind, because like you always imagine it being this wild and crazy place when you're a kid. And then you get older and you get a little more realistic, those sorts of things. You don't really see that as much in your imagination, but yeah, to come back to it and just be like, this is what I saw as a kid, it's that big nostalgia rush, you know what I mean? So yeah, I can appreciate all the details they put into the game. So, oh no, more supersonic. Well, at least I avoided it. That's good. I'm not pointing my my Joy-Con at the Switch. I was gonna say my Wiimote, but no, that wouldn't be right. Similar concept, but definitely not a Wiimote. This one's got gyros. Okay, well that takes care of that. Ferdinand got a little bit of EXP. Emery got a little bit of EXP. We'll be good. I definitely want to prioritize Emery's EXP at this point because, well, if you didn't know, the next gym is an electric type gym. And electric types have only one weakness, and that would be Emery. So, yeah, that ground type weakness is the bane of most, if not all, electric types. Actually, not all. Some of them can avoid it with typing or abilities, but most of them are pretty spooked when you throw an ground type out against them. So, okay, well, this would make Emery spooked, so let's get the heck out of here. Littlefoot, you're back in action. Actually, it might know Confusion. Well, no, it's level 10. It probably doesn't know Confusion yet, so. Yeah, exactly. I usually would go to the Cape, but I was like, well, I'm already level 16. I'm pretty close to the level I want to be for Misty anyway, so. You may have seen, I was originally intending to do that, but I turned right around when I said, we're level 16 or 17. We're still under-leveled for Misty's levels, so that should be good for us. Okay, Magikarp, you're over the hump. You've only got 9 levels left, and then you're going to be a lot better. So. But yeah, the idea here is to try to stay under-leveled for the fights if I can, because most playthroughs on YouTube don't have people under-leveled for the fights, so. Because they catch a whole lot of Pokemon, and like I said in the first episode, it's hard to stay under-leveled if you're catching a whole bunch of Pokemon, so. Okay, so Sandshrew. I might even send... Well, no, I could send Ferdinand out because he needs the experience, so if I get poisoned, I guess I could just antidote it. No big deal. We got Gust, so that'll do some good damage to it, so. Yeah, in that particular situation, Marie, of course, then you would definitely want to get the free EXP up here. Because you had a solo on a disobedient Aerodactyl, so yeah, losing the Misty would be a big possibility. Yeah, I don't have nearly those kinds of limitations in this playthrough, so I have, excuse me, a bit of an advantage there. Okay, that takes care of that. Not using the super effective moves, but that's okay. Still use something that Sandshrew is a little weaker on in terms of its defenses, so. Let me get out of the battle. Let it load while I drink Walta. There we go. Almost worked out perfectly. You know, a disobedient Pokemon can just fall asleep on their turn. Yeah, I don't think they used to do that either, if I remember right. I think it used to say they would take a snooze, but they didn't, like, actually fall asleep, if I remember right. I think they implemented that in a later generation. Like, I think it started in Gen 3. Because I don't remember it ever happening in Gen 1 and 2, and I definitely had a couple of disobedient Pokemon in Gen 1 and 2. More Gen 1 than anything else, but you could probably take me out. Let's headbutt it. You know, if we don't flinch. There we go. That's my job. I've got the headbutt. I'm supposed to be the one flinching you. Good job, Emery. Didn't even flinch. Keeping that focus. Good work. Alright. And Mithra's level 18. Nice. Okay, we're going to get Light Screen. I'm not going to get Light Screen at the moment. It is pretty good because it halves the damage of special moves for the next 5 turns. But I'm not going to get it yet. We're going to get it as a TM later on in the game. So at that point, once I have the TMs for both Thunder Wave and Light Screen, I'll switch those moves off in Mithra's moveset when I need them. So shouldn't need Light Screen nearly as much as Thunder Wave, because Thunder Wave in general is a little bit better. But for some difficult battles, Light Screen will be pretty well appreciated. So we won't learn it for now. I don't need it. I'd rather have Thunder Wave. Yeah, some of them did have 2 in the original games, like in Nugget Bridge in Gen 1 and Gen 3. This kid might still have 2, but I think most of them only have 1. It's one of the things about Let's Go that's not so good if you're doing what I'm doing and only catching certain Pokemon. Most of the trainers only have like 1 or maybe 2 Pokemon, which means that you don't get as much experience out of fighting as you used to. Now, granted, that's being done so that way it gives you an excuse to go catch a whole bunch of Pokemon, but it still might not be the best, because, I mean, that means you're only breaking up the battling a little. Like, you're breaking up the battling into other people, but it means that there's less fighting, so... There's less fighting overall, really. The gym leaders have a decent balance of Pokemon, and they usually don't repeat Pokemon either anymore, but... Excuse me. I don't know. It feels like there's less fighting in the game. And I mean, that's because you're not doing any wild battles either, but... Yeah, it feels like the battles don't last as long as they could. They probably could have given a bunch of the trainers, like, at least 2 Pokemon to make it a little bit of a longer thing. I probably shouldn't even have switched, honestly, there. Could have taken on a Growlithe. But I guess it depends on if it uses Bite or Ember, you know? If it uses Ember, then Emery definitely can't handle that, but... Alright. Zippy Zap! Gotcha in my sights. Bah. Yeah, it's not even that the move is terrible without the crit, but with the crit, it's like absurd at this point in the game how powerful that is. And I mean, consider how much attack it's coming off of it either. I mean, Partner Pikachu gets an attack boost to its base stats. It's got perfect IVs. How much attack do you have at the moment, Mithra? Let's look. Yeah, I mean, 40 attack, that's no joke at this point in the game. That's a pretty powerful technique, so... Yeah, it'll work for us, that's for sure. Want Ferdinand in front. Yeah, I'll stick Ferdinand in front. Him and Emery are about even at this point, so... Okay, we completed Nugget Bridge. Awesome. So apparently they had some sort of promotion going on at the end of Nugget Bridge, because this guy's going to give us a prize, a nugget. That makes sense. It's called Nugget Bridge, so... No thank you. Okay. Apparently he's a master of disguise as well. No, sir, I would rather not. Yes, I am sure. No, sir, I would rather not. Stranger danger! Back up! Well, unfortunately, you can try to make an offer I can't refuse, but if you do, I'll have to force you to say hello to my little friend. I know the Mafia references too, sir. I grew up Italian. You cannot escape from me. Yeah, like I said, I think a couple of the trainers on the bridge had to, but I think they nerfed... oh, no, that's what we were just talking about. I'm sorry. I thought you just said that. My bad. Yeah, the lack of Pokemon sometimes is a little bit of a thing. You have Absorb, so let's not send Emery out and get absorbed. Let's just test. Yeah, that's pretty good. If I was a little higher level, Ferdinand would have Psybeam at this point, and that would come in pretty handy for us. Ferdinand doesn't get Confusion by level up or evolution in this game. It gets Gust instead, which is nice because Gust is the same type of attack bonus move. But it actually, if we would have caught a Butterfree in the wild, like that one that we saw at the beginning of Viridian Forest, it would have Confusion by default. It knows it at level 1. That's the attacking move that it has at level 1. But since we didn't get it there, we evolved it, we don't get Confusion. We just get Psybeam a couple of levels later. So we gotta make do without it for a little while, but it's no big deal. And once we have it, all these poison types will be completely gone. Like, they won't even be a problem. Ferdinand will just one-shot most of them. Even with a minus special attack nature, it won't matter. This Coughing's pretty bulky, though. He's holding up pretty well, even though I'm using special attacks on him. At least he isn't self-destructing. Like most of them. So. Got him. Feels like they cut out too much fighting. Granted, cutting out some fighting is a good thing. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they did overshoot it a little with how much of the fighting they cut out. And it becomes a lot more egregious, I find, when you start getting into some of the later routes, and they still only have, like, one Pokemon. It's like, okay. I mean, I understand, and I'm not saying that I don't like the fact that they're breaking it up by making you catch other Pokemon, but it feels like they did too much. They trimmed too much of the fat off, and they ended up taking some of the actual meat off of it, you know what I mean? So. I can, and I will, sir. Okay, goodbye. I can and I will let it pass me by, actually, because I don't have any intention of ever joining Team Rocket. Sorry to disappoint you. Okay, well, you're pretty close to 15, then you'll be one level off getting Psybeam. Okay, let's check out the grass over here. I don't think there's anything new for us to catch here. Actually, no, there is something new for us to catch, and there's another trainer, so there's that. Oh, what, my little 5-trainer combo, 6-trainer combo over on Nugget Bridge? Yeah, we did pretty good. We had an audience, and I didn't even know. Okay, well, Ferdinand's out first. I was going to say, I think Emery can handle this, but Emery's not out in front, so, you know. Let's fix that, shall we? There we go. No, it's just thought of, what if Game Freak implemented a system like in Let's Go with certain Pokemon, where when you encounter them in the wild, you battle as normal, and if you defeat it, you can do the catching minigame, try and catch it. That way, beating a wild Pokemon by accident isn't a bad thing anymore. Yes, I agree. That would be an awesome system, and I would definitely be very okay with Game Freak implementing that in every Pokemon game going forward. Like, even just using the catching minigame in Let's Go, I would be okay with Game Freak implementing that. Even if it's not, like, an 100% thing, like they don't implement it in every case. Nice shot, Emery. If they implemented that system for some Pokemon, even if it's just some, in the regular games, I would be perfectly okay with it. I think it would be an improvement, frankly, over the way that they do it now. Because the way that they do it now, it's just battle on battle on battle on battle. And you would still have to battle in those cases, but it would be less of a problem because you couldn't accidentally KO the Pokemon by getting a crit. So, yes, I think it's a good idea. I would approve of that system personally. So, yeah, I think there's a new Pokemon we can catch here on Route 24, but it's also available on Route 25, and there's more room for it to move in the grass there. So, oops. I keep opening the Pokemon box because I'm talking with my hands, so I keep shaking the Joy-Con. Let's put Emery out in front. Now that we're away from the water, I guess I could take her out of the Pokeball a little bit. There we go. What do you think, Emery? You okay? Water's not bugging you, is it? Cool. That's good, then. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Well, yeah, and here's another thing. So you can get a free Charmander on this route as well, but like the other starters, like Bulbasaur there, you actually have to have caught a certain number of Pokemon in order for it to be a thing that you can get. So in this particular canon, we won't actually get these starter Pokemon. All of the trainers that have them will most likely end up just being able to overcome their shortcomings and actually train them themselves. So And frankly, we already have most of the starters they can give us. We've caught 26, so we're not even close at the moment to what he wants. We could come back later, but, well, I already have a Charmander, so I'm not really all that worried about it. Yeah, here's the grass I was talking about where the other Pokemon can show up. I think it's a Venonat, if I remember right. It shows up here. Looks like Psyduck is mainly the one showing up for right now. There's next special defense. I think it's just 50 Pokemon total. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. In our case, the unique thing is the same as that because, well, we've only caught, you know... I'm only catching one of each species, but I think it's just 50 Pokemon total. Because at this point in the game, I don't think there was 50 available between all of the Pokemon that you can capture, so... like, without evolving stuff. Here's a Venonat. Yeah, one is definitely harder than the other by a wide margin. Yeah, I think it's just 50 in total. I don't think it's 50 unique, so... you are actually jumping around. I mean, that's fine. Let's see. Okay, while you're there... Nice! Still got it in there, even though you were slightly off-center. Perfect. Not an excellent throw, but it'll work. Or it won't. That's fine. Okay. I gotta kind of curve the ball here. Okay, well, I didn't get it in the circle, but I curved it. I was afraid I was going to hit my table there for a second, but I did not. So that's okay. The other good thing about throwing a Pokeball at them is no matter where they were when they're jumping around and everything like that, it centers them back when you, what's it called, when you throw it at them. So it centers them on the, it puts them back in the center of the screen is what I'm trying to say. There we go. Yeah, I got to backtrack for your Charmander way later in the game. Yeah, no, I don't. I think it, like I said, I think it's just 50 total. So that way, because by this point in the game, if you've been catching like a lot of Pokemon, like you would in a Pokemon Go situation, then yeah, you probably would have 50 total by now. So, but we don't. So we'd have to we in this case would have to backtrack for our Charmander. But I already have one, so I can't even get it if I wanted to. Let's read Venonat's Pokedex entry now that I caught it. Its large eyes act as radar. In a bright place, you can see that they are clusters of many tiny eyes. It's kind of similar to Butterfree's eyes there, although Venonat's look a little darker. Probably the spots in them are a little bit darker than Butterfree's. And I think that's it for new Pokemon for now. Other than, there is a rare Pokemon that we can catch on this route, but I don't have a lure, so we probably won't encounter it at the moment. So... let's fight a few trainers. I might actually, in a minute or two, like after we fight a couple more trainers, I might actually call it a day, though, because I don't want this to run 3 hours like the opening. I mean, I ran it 3 hours in the opening. That's an Onyx, because it was the first video, but still trying to keep to that 2 to 2.5 hour schedule that I was talking about before. As it is now, we'll probably be at about 2 hours and 40 minutes by the time I'm done. Which is no big deal. That's about where I would want to be anyway. Alright, Emery, you could probably take this Onyx eventually, but let's just speed the process up. Oh, he angry. Must not be that angry, though. Can I one-shot you with Vine Whip? Probably not. You have, like, base 160 defense. So that's pretty high, yeah. Well, you'll get a little bit more rage, but that's okay. Not even using it. Ow. I mean, that was a lot more than your rage could normally do. So, and that takes care of Onyx. Should get a little more experience there. Yeah, Onyx is a little bit of, it gives a little more base experience, so we'll, of course, get a little more out of it there than we would otherwise. And Littlefoot's almost level 18, Ferdinand and Emery got to 15, so we're in good shape. Yeah, we'll fight a little closer to the Cape, and then we'll head out from there. What's up, Emery? Do you need a potion? No, but Littlefoot might. Thank you for reminding me, Emery. I need to give Littlefoot a potion. There we go. I should probably give one to Ferdinand as well, because he's a little bit close enough. Emery, you're okay for now, but we'll give you a potion after the next fight if you need it, if you lose a little HP. Depends on what this kid has in his party. What, did you see me coming? I thought they never see me coming. Well, I haven't played that game in a while, so probably I've lost my touch. Okay, so it's a Diglett, and it's probably not got a whole lot of defense, so let's just smack him in the face. If I can hit this headbutt after getting Sand Attack. Yeah, it's fine. We'll get him one of these times, Emery. I could switch as well, but I'll try to hit him a couple more times before I switch. There we go. Gotcha. Yeah, Emery's attack is no joke. We've got some good attack at this point, so... Especially with that naughty nature boosting at 10%, that's gonna help her quite a bit. So, but how did you know you gotta have a little more confidence in yourself, kid? Come on, how you gonna win if you don't got confidence? There's a super potion that'll help us out a little bit. Restores, I think, 50 HP still in this game. It might be 60 actually because Gen 7. Let's see. Yeah, it restores 60 in this game, so... I think they started increasing the amount of HP that the potions restore so that you don't have an excuse to just buy lemonades and all that stuff all the time, because they started nerfing the soft drinks that you can buy in the game later on in the series. By Sword and Shield, the soft drinks aren't nearly as good as they used to be, because if I remember right, lemonade only restores 50 HP in Sword and Shield. Not ideal for someone like me who really likes those soft drinks, but, you know. Oh, a Pidgeotto. They're starting to evolve their Pokemon. We could let Emery get a good hit in before leaving the battlefield, I think. That way I have an excuse to use a potion after the next battle. So, okay, well, if you're going to use Sand Attack, there ain't a whole lot I can do about that. Still got him. Good job, Emery. Got that focus, girl. Alright, let's send out Mithra to take care of business. More Sand Attack. Actually, that might not even matter. Let me see if Zippy Zap does what I think it does. Hold on, let's see. Okay, it just always goes first and results in a crit. It does not also never miss, because if it did, that would be absurd. I didn't miss anyway, but you know. Good work, Mithra. Okay, so Mithra's affection is high enough now to where once affection is high enough, if you hit an opponent with a super effective move, you'll encourage them in battle by saying, "That's it, I knew you could do it." And they'll look back at you and smile. It's nice unless you're a speedrunner, in which case you hate it because it happens every time you hit with a super effective move, and it shaves, it takes 2 extra seconds than it would otherwise, if I remember correctly. I watched a speedrun of this game at one point, and I think that was what they said it was. It was 1 extra second. Not ideal for them, but I mean, it's fine for me. I don't care. Let's see. Okay, so you're in good shape for right now. I think, well, let's take Littlefoot out of the Pokeball because I'm still cognizant of the fact that I don't want Emery worrying about the water. So let's take Littlefoot out of the Pokeball. He'll catch up in a second. Yeah, after you get a certain distance away, they automatically teleport to you, so they're not just stuck there, you know. You can't get them stuck like you got Jovi stuck on a whole bunch of other stuff in Pokemon XD. Sorry, that's not a thing. Or, what's the name of the other character in Coliseum? Rui, I think, is her default name. I always name her something else, but, yeah, you can get her stuck on objects as well, but not in this game. They just teleport straight to you. Okay, so let's rest up, and then we'll call it a day. Super Potions restore 60, and Hyper Potions were nerfed to 120 from 200. It's a decent balancing act. Lemonade was cheaper than Super Potion, restored an extra 30. It just took a while to buy enough of them. Pointless to buy potions once you had access to a vending machine. Yes, this is true. Yeah. And I mean, I liked them because of that. It was like, okay, well, I'm just going to buy these instead. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's good that they're balancing them. So it's just for me, who really likes the soft drinks, it's hard to see them nerf my baby like that, you know? In White 2, you had 10 dozen Moo Moo Milk because it's cheaper than buying all those Hyper Potions, and that is true as well, yeah. And you get a whole bunch of soft drinks in Black and White 2 as well because of the movie minigame, if you decide to do it. I love the movie minigame myself, so I always do it when I'm playing Black and White 2, but yeah. You get a ton of items from that. You basically never need to buy healing items. It's pretty ridiculous. So... Soda's bad for you. Stop drinking only soda. I know, but it's so good for my Pokemon. Okay, so we're here, and Littlefoot's having a hard time, so we'll camp out here. let's say goodbye to the camera there for a little bit, Littlefoot. I'm glad that you're walking with me as well, and we will continue walking to Cerulean Cape to see if we can find Bill and get prepared for our next gym battle in Vermilion City on the next episode of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, the Stream Edition. Let's say goodbye to the stream there, Mithra. Alright, so that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I will see all of you on the next one, which will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Yeah, this music is so good, man. I can't get enough of it. It's great.